Ladies and gentlemen, I am Hollywood Rob TV, and that doesn't matter whatsoever right now because I am joined by the newest Capcom Cup qualifier. After all of this grind, all of this hustle, all that this person has done for the community, and the amazing friend that he has been to me, my boy Brian F. What's up with you, bro?
I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to pop off a little bit harder, but, you know, you gave me a great introduction. Unfortunately, I wasn't the CPT Midwest 2 champion. I gotta, you know, give props to you for that. But, you know, I was fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time to get that second place spot and make it into Capcom Cup. And, man, I think you know as much as anybody how much of a grind and journey this has been. So for both of us sitting here right now today, to be in a position to go and compete for the cup, I mean, what can I say, man? I almost didn't expect it to happen at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a long time coming. So I'm thrilled beyond words at this point.
Before we get all into everything, I do want to make sure that we give a big shout out to Team No Motion holding it down for us over there at Capcom Fighters Japan. I did see, of course, you know, you guys tweeting everything, shouting out me and Brian. You know, they were happy that we qualified. So I can't wait to actually hang out with you guys in person one of these days. But we got to do a whole deep dive, man, into just the Midwest in general, what happened here. I would like to start by, you know, going down that path that we went on first, because I want to talk about the whole Midwest, man, not just us. But of course, like you said, yes, I won like the two events. That did means a lot to me. But in the end of the day, I'll be honest, I just didn't want to go to losers finals, bro. Like, I'm like, if Brian beats me in winners finals, there's two things. One, people are gonna say that we are colluding.
Right.
People were gonna say we're colluding, and for two, I would have hated to have to go down there and do what you did to my boy Kev, man. I
would have loved it. No, you see, for me, my ideal situation for this would have been I beat your ass in winners finals, and then I'm just cheering so hard for you to lose this final to destroy whoever was there, and then grand finals was a party. At that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't lose at that point. So that was my ideal situation. But of course, you had to take it 3-1 over me in the winners finals.
What were you thinking during the overall, bro? Like, you posted something real interesting on Twitter when you were talking about the fact that you actually did not lose a game through two entire runs outside of just to myself. Like, that's amazing. Like,
I was not expecting that. Like, I thought back about it, I was like, man, I really didn't lose a game, and I think that's like good for me because I think I'm very momentum based in bracket. Like, my first games, I'm always super shaky because for me, you know, we kind of have different approaches to things like this. Like, to me, it's a battle with myself for the most part to kind of stay collected and like not let the nerves get to me. And I know if I can play at my like within a certain range of my peak level and just stay there, I know I can do work, right? So to me, it's like just keep it cool, calm, collected, and I know I'm gonna be smooth sailing. So once I pick up steam in a bracket like that, it just gets better and better and better for me. So not losing a game like just keeps that momentum going.
It keeps you, like you never dip.
Sure, I never dip, and I know like if I just can ride that out, it's gonna be like smooth sailing for the whole bracket. So that definitely helps. Like not going to losers early, not going to losers at all, really. Like that just keeps your mental state, I think, so strong. And but not a single game. That's kind of weird for two tournaments to not drop a game, and they were close.
That's OD.
A lot of people had really good runs, like Joey getting 3-2 up on you. You were like super dominant in both of these events. I mean, even I'm happy I got at least a game each time we played. You smoked me last time. I can't even front about that. I gotta see. I don't know what you're drinking during these tournaments, what's going on there, but I gotta figure that out.
Special here, bro.
It was nice to see you bleed a little bit because you know, people are starting to make you out to be the boogeyman in the Midwest, and you know you had that quote. I love the quote you had in the winners interview. I don't know who it was. You gotta correct me. Roy Jones, there you go. Maybe you can tell the people again, but I love that quote because I think it put the Midwest kind of in a weird spot, how dominant you were. But I think people don't know.
The quote from Roy Jones was that they got the nerve to say that I ain't fought nobody. I'll just make him look like nobody. And I really think that that's just really apt for the Midwest in general.
I'm thrilled. I got second. What can I say? I'm thrilled to be in this position. You know, I would have been much happier to not have to show up to the show to congratulate you this time and be like, finally got your ass. But, you know, until Capcom Cup, we'll have to wait for that. But like you said, I do want to, you know, maybe pull away from the haters and maybe elevate the players at this point, because we had a lot of talent in this pool. And, you know, I want to give a big shout out to, first of all, Magnegro here, who people kind of had him under the radar. I think he's a good example of, he's in our Midwest bracket. He's not from the Midwest, like America. He's from Alabama, I believe. That's the right state. So,
yeah, he's from Alabama.
So, but we've, you know, Greg, we've been training with him for a long time. He's always been low-key one of the best in the U.S., did a lot of work. People are really impressed with his clean birdie play. Joey, of course, one of the staple Midwest representatives, doing work as usual, coming the close to dethroning Rob from a set, but couldn't get it done. But he came the close. It was a super sick set. Of course, Just a Kid being consistent as always in these top eights. But really, what I want to give a big shout out to, and personally as well, like just say thank you and you know, just congratulate him, was Dual Kevin. You know, Dual Kevin was kind of the de facto grand finals between me and Dual Kevin, losers finals for this tournament. And you know, Dual Kevin, he had probably one of the most impressive losers runs in any of these CPT qualifiers that we've seen this year. He went to losers in, I believe, round 3 of pools. So he went to losers against Safe, who, you know, maybe there's some bracket trickery going on. I feel like Safe and Dual Kevin should not have played that early personally. That's easily a top 8 match. And in fact, they both went to top 8 because they're both that nice. Safe is one of the best Urians in the US free, and some argued the best. And not the U.S., North America. He's from Canada.
North America, yeah.
But, you know, Dual Kevin went to losers early in pools and ran it all the way to losers finals to go up against me, which was essentially the set to determine who gets into Capcom Cup. So going on that run for that long, to have that stamina, to play his style. I mean, he's not playing Rashid and trying to overload your mental stack and throw a bunch of random offense at you. No, he's playing clean, calculated, neutral control, perfect anti-air success rate, perfect. And I am stressing the perfect part, not 99%, perfect anti-airs for an entire 2 days, going through the longest path possible to come to that position. And on top of that, I want to give a big shout out to him because, you know, me and Kev, we've been training a lot leading up to this tournament. I had a feeling that it would kind of come down between me and him because leading up to this, you know, I haven't been streaming the past couple weeks. I've been trying to focus on getting into the zone for this event. And who was there with me? It was me and Dual Kevin. We were running sets almost every night leading up to this. So this was not no like fluke. This was not no surprise to me. We'd been going back and forth nonstop in sets, like every other set, exchanging, you know, who's coming out on top. So I just want to give a big shout out to him for coming that far. And I know it's a heartbreaker to not take it, but I would have not have preferred anyone else to play in that position. So shout out to Dual Kevin for being one of the best players. I mean, he's a champion in many domains at this point. You know, maybe some other Capcom games. And I'm always rooting for him. So shout out to Dual Kevin for putting on a good show this weekend.
I mean, yet again, can we say that the Midwest has delivered? Our entrants are extremely good. Like, look at the numbers. We get a whole lot of entrants number-wise. As far as viewers, if you want to check the chat and see how the chat is moving, see how many people are tuning in, everybody's excited to watch it clearly. And then even looking at social media, and then as far as the actual gameplay, man, like everybody in the most surprising entrant into the top 8 was what? Destructive. We didn't bring him up yet. And Destructive, man, you have gotten better. Yes, you have gotten better. At first, I was mainly giving him credit as being, you know, the governor of Texas for those money matches he was having down there. But now, as we can see, man, like the way that he's leveling up, I just gotta say, man, I'm extremely proud of our scene as a whole. Brian, you know, of course, as amazing as our whole region is, as amazing as the tournament was, the most important person from that tournament qualifying for Capcom Cup is none other than yourself. So, Brian, I would love to hear what you had to say in your interview with Ultra David and St. Cola.
We have an interview with Brian at the CPT Midwest 2 winner. And I'm so excited to talk to this dude because he's a content creator, but also, more importantly, a warrior, a wolf warrior on the sticks making it happen. Brian, tell me how you're feeling right now, brother.
I think I would feel a little bit better if I was the winner. I guess I'm just the qualifier right now. But, you know, all things considered, I feel great.
Yeah, look,
I feel really good.
You qualified for Capcom Cup. Congratulations to you on that. That is super great. I'm sure it's the culmination of a long journey. Talk about what your preparation going into this event was like, considering that you lost to Rob TV last time, and it seemed likely that you would have to play against him again.
Right. Yeah. To be honest, there was a long period of time between the first event and this one, like a long period. I've moved since then. Like a lot has changed since that first CPT Midwest event. It seems like a lifetime ago at this point. So I kind of was on a competitive lull, it felt like, for a while, because I hadn't had a CPT event, moving around, changing regions, switching between like leaving NLBC to WNF and messing with the new characters and stuff, and kind of just not really dialed in for like a single event. And so like Red Bull Kumite came up, and that was like kind of what kickstarted me getting back into higher gear. And then this one, it's like, oh crap, it's coming fast. So Rob TV, like the problem with preparing for Rob is I'm obviously, as you can tell, I'm still not as prepared as I need to be since he still smoked me. That's a little bit better than 6-0.
He bled.
6-2 is a little bit better than 6-0. But for me, my thought process was I just need to beat everybody else. That was honestly my main focus. So, normally I kind of go into these events real like solo, and for the most part, I'm pretty bad at like working with people and trying to like trade ideas and discuss things. But for this one, I messaged a lot of people. I was hitting up people on Twitter. I messaged like Mena. I worked with him with the Birdie matchup. JB, I messaged him a lot about Rashid matchup. Smug also, Phenom. I was like messaging a lot of people, asking them their ideas. And then shout out to Mena. He really prepped me for the match with Magnegro, working on the Birdie Balrog matchup a lot. And it made me appreciate like, it's kind of like a community thing, like I for this event, it's kind of the first time I really sat around trying to get perspectives from a lot of people. I realized you can't just do it alone. And that's kind of been a problem for me for a long time. And it's something that I really value. And I appreciate all the advice and effort from everyone else supporting me for this event, because I really think it made a difference.
But I want to talk a little bit about, like, that's part of your preparation. What else did you do to prepare for the CPT beyond just, what does this matchup do? What do I do here? Reach out to people, because you also have a full-time job. You have content on the side that you do. You have a full-time with the stream. As soon as you come from your job, you go to your stream. Mm-hmm. How do you find time to prepare and stay solid and, while entertaining everybody too as well?
Yeah. I mean, I did like a streaming blackout. I haven't streamed in like a week or so. And I'm not going to sit here and say I was practicing and playing every single one of those minutes, but I think it was more just like my mental stack. Because, this one meant a lot to me. Like nerves are not my strong suit. Like I'm not no Rob TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a battle with myself 90% of the way is how I feel about it. Like just trying to say, if I can play at the level I know I can play at, or at least like within 10% of that, then I know I can do well. But that's like the battle for me. So I honestly, like, I just haven't streamed for a week. I stopped doing YouTube. I let people know like, hey, I'm kind of just going to take a break here, because I think stress is huge. And I know some people have that issue, but that's definitely a big thing for me is stress management. I'm just naturally kind of like stressed out and doing a lot. So I just said, something has to give. So I can't take a week off work. So I took a week off streaming to get ready for this. And I think it helped. I think it was worth it.
Fair enough. So you qualified for Capcom Cup, but that's not the last match. I'm very curious what that was like to go from the high, the euphoria of you have qualified for Capcom Cup. That part's over. The big thing's over. Now you got to play another match that is effectively a money match for a significant amount of money. What was your mindset going into that last match versus Rob?
Well, after the match with Kev, I feel like you always kind of envision those moments where you achieve something, and every milestone I've had, it never really felt quite like you had envisioned it. And then on the other hand, for this one, I didn't envision that much, but I immediately started crying. Like I was like bawling like immediately after that. So I was like, oh, like I didn't know I would react that way. Like during the set, I felt, I kind of forgot it was for Capcom Cup. But once that KO happened, it was like immediate. It kicked in, and I was like, "Oh crap! I can't let Rob beat my ass again." I was like, "All right, this asshole! Like I can't let him win again." So I was a bit angry, kind of trying to challenge that. But during the set, I honestly felt rushed a bit from the emotions. But because I'll be honest, my priority is not the money at all. The pride was the only thing keeping me going to keep my head in the game at all. Because the money be damned at this point. I just wanted to get the Capcom Cup. So I definitely wanted to at least like reset the bracket and show up and do work at the end. But it was tough to manage all that. I'm not gonna lie, and not where my priority was. So that's the truth of the matter. I would have preferred to have first, of course. So now Rob's gonna hold that over me, and no neutral is gonna be obnoxious as always, even though I qualified. So
the next couple of weeks for you, it's gonna be great.
it's gonna be every show.
Oh my god.
What are you going to do to celebrate? I'm curious what the rest of your day is going to be like.
Well, yeah, maybe it's daytime for you. It's already 8:30 for me, so I have work in the morning, meetings. So I think my girlfriend and I are just getting some takeout food and delivery. Maybe we'll go to a nice restaurant next time. But I think after a long tournament run and like accomplishing something, the main thing I want to do is sleep. Honestly, like if I didn't have to play Rob, I would have cried and just laid down and fallen asleep. That's always how it feels to me. Like the nerves, like it's just all day. Even when you're not playing, it's just constant tension and it's exhausting. Just sitting around and waiting for the moment to play. So I'm looking to have a really good night's sleep tonight, and then maybe celebrate harder throughout the week.
My final question, at least, I want to know. We didn't see the Oro. It makes sense. You've been playing that character for a lot. This is kind of a two-parter right here. The first
voice.
Oh my god. But I mean, we as a platform, it's time to talk about a little bit about Oro. What I want to know is, the first part of it is, we know why you didn't play Oro. It's not the strongest character. What adjustments would you make to the character? And the second question I should say is, how do you play a character for so long and switch back to your main? Like, how do you get that mentality? Like, okay, it's back to business. We're not on streaming and having fun, cool Twitter combos with V-Trigger and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get back to business with Balrog after I've been playing this character for so long? Those two questions.
Yeah, I think just not playing ranked, to be honest. That's what I do. Like when I'm trying to buckle down and get ready for tournament, I try to just that's what I was doing when I wasn't on stream, right? I'm just opening up Battle Lounge and I'm just seeing who's online and I'm just inviting people. I'm just like saying, hey, who's trying to play,
right.
and just trying to flip that switch in my head. And with Oro, on the other hand, I wasn't against using him. The problem is it's time management for me. I think for Rob, I was considering picking Oro for Karen. But it's hard for me to get that experience. It's more like an investment thing. Like, who am I going to play besides Rob himself to work on this matchup and have enough time to both get my ROG at the level I need to be sharp to play like 99% of my matchups, and then for the 1% have this pretty technical character who requires a lot of awareness. And then like you can't in the moment, if you like fumble something with Oro, that's it. Like you need to capitalize that moment. I can fumble with ROG and still win. Like that's just the character, right? He's easier to play, more straightforward. There's less to keep in your mental stack. It's just how it is. So that's kind of where I drew the line. It's like an investment thing. It's like I didn't invest enough in this, so I'm not going to go for it. But like I said, if I had that investment, I might have picked him. So it's not out of the question. I just think he needs a bit more without V-Trigger. They balanced him around that, and he's going to keep improving because V-Trigger setups keep getting nastier and nastier, which is cool. But he needs a bit more for consistency. But I also understand why they might not want that, because the point of the character is to pop V-Trigger and do something crazy. Right. So I kind of get it from a balancing decision, but I think that makes him not a consistent tournament character like Karen, Cammy, Balrog 2, Rashid. Like they just knock you down, they get in your face, and they're +2, and then you guess throw or not, right? Like that is the Street Fighter V formula. Anyone who deviates from that can have strengths in some areas, but they're not going to be consistent enough to main solo.
Well, congratulations again, Brian F, for qualifying for Capcom Cup. Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Appreciate you.
And yeah, it's only a couple of months away, so we will see you then.
Let's do it. Well, there we have it. Wise words from the Capcom Cup qualifier himself, me. and all seriousness, thanks so much for Ultra David and Sankola for that interview. I mean, it was an honor to talk to them after that event. But enough about Midwest, enough about us, because today we have a rather controversial region.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Brian.
I've been looking forward to this second event for quite some time. Of course, we have the UK Ireland CPT #2 event, one of the most stacked regions in the CPT. But beyond that, I think there's a lot to dig into with this one. There's a lot to dig into. Of course, we're looking at some storylines here with the heavy hitters. I don't know if you want to get right into that.
Yeah. Okay. The first thing I'm gonna bring up, and it's an interesting place to start, I ain't gonna lie, but Hurricane, I feel like Hurricane he's such an amazing player, but I think he might lose on purpose just so that there's not another Cammy qualify for Capcom Cup because he has been going. Brian, I know you've been seeing him go hard, bro, all over Twitter about how many it is.
You think he'll take it to the grave just to make sure that Cammy doesn't get upplayed over Karen downplay? So to ensure that people think Karen is cheaper than Cammy, he's gonna go 0-2. Okay, I see.
would not be surprised.
For some reason, I think you're wrong because I feel like the urge to beat Problem X is even greater.
Bro, you
than
remember
the
what
urge
happened, bro?
To downplay Cammy.
It looks like they have some type of rivalry, even if it's just a friendly in-game rivalry.
It's very clear because Problem X clearly has a different philosophy in terms of what matters for competition and where his mental state is at, right? He comes to Red Bull Kumite. People probably didn't consider Problem X to be the favorite for that event. Not gonna lie. People were not looking to Problem X to win, have a deep run, sure, but not to win, not necessarily, right? He claims the victory, claims the trophy, and he has the quote at the end, when it comes offline, man does the ting, right? So he's speaking his philosophy right there. When it comes to offline, does the ting.
That's true.
On the other side, Hurricane is the guy we always look to do well in this region because he is the consistent grinder, week in, week out, online tournament after online tournament. He's there putting in the hours, putting in the work, and he's even calling out the fellow EU top players, saying we have the laziest players in the region. These are direct quotes. Direct quotes. So there's a clear difference in philosophy. Who is going to, be more successful in the big moments, right? Is it the person who kind of saves his energy for the peaks, right? That's kind of Problem X. He's not entering every single online event. It's not really where he puts his pride and his heart into. It's more waiting for the big moments. Or is it Hurricane, the one who's trying to stay consistent week after week, stay at that level, constantly pushing to new heights? So there's definitely that philosophical difference at battle here, and both of them are in prime position to qualify because we expected one of those two to take the first one, and of course that didn't happen. We haven't even mentioned the guy who won the first event, which was the four fills.
Only four fills. He played amazing, bro.
Beautiful.
Like
beautiful.
Of course, Falk player right there, best Falk player in the world. I would say that we have to say even before he won this, I'm pretty sure that was like the common thinking was that the Four Fields was the best Falk.
That was word on the street, but this solidified the deal, right?
Yeah, you can't argue
get a win
now.
Under your belt like that, you can't deny it anymore.
And then to have to fight Problem in grand finals there, and it didn't even get reset. Four Fields actually won it 3-2, but Four Fields is actually not signed up for this bracket because he's decided to go to an invitational. I think it's in Sweden or something. Where is it, bro?
I think it might be Singapore, but don't quote me on that. He had another commitment, another Street Fighter related commitment to attend to a tournament he qualified for, so he wasn't able to make it this bracket. But I wonder what his philosophy would have been. I should get his word on that if he would be interested in the Rob TV style of going for two events and then making his region look bad.
Yeah,
maybe that's what he was trying to go.
They're making I shouldn't have. I know, bro.
He would have reignited the EU is free conversation after that.
Yo, Four
Can't
Fields.
even beat Falk.
Look, you seen what's the name? Mr. Crimson was just like the super nice guy and chose not to enter. Maybe Four Fields would have done that. I don't know. I feel like Four Fields would have had incentive to try to gatekeep Problem or somebody. Like, there's a lot of good players in there, and of course, someone we didn't even bring up yet is Infectious. Like when you said you feel like is it gonna be? Oh yeah, I did think it's probably gonna be Problem or Hurricane. Gonna lie, but Infectious. That is a beast right there, man. I feel like when you compare him and let's say Hurricane, I don't know personally who's stronger out of those two, but I know a lot of people only judge skill off of like archaic. When we last offline, like 2019, it's 2021, going on 2022. So hypothetically, if no one got better since 2019, then I would say Infectious. But as far as right now, I don't know, man. I think those guys are neck and neck, and my man Hurricane's been consistent. But Infectious is one of my favorite players to watch easily. There's a reason why he got picked up by Team Beast with Daigo and everything. His temperament, very calm. I would say that his strategy, he has some of the best and most unique strategies in all of Street Fighter. And just his regular fundamental abilities, like his anti-airs. One thing that is weird is that even though he's extremely fundamentally sound, he has some, I don't know what word I would use for, some wildness in him. Like, he likes raw slide and neutral with no V-trigger. He loves to wake up with crouch medium punch with young Zeku regularly. So, you're not going to just read him easily. And I think that, honestly, he's due. I don't think that a lot of players, and this can be a strength in tournaments, bro, I don't think a lot of people are looking for Infectious like that, like they should.
Well,
I don't
he
think
wins
they might not prep
quietly.
for him as much.
We were talking before the cameras were rolling. I said he's the sleeper pick, not because he doesn't have the skills or has improved it, but because he kind of just wins quietly. That's just his style, right?
Good point.
You know, he's the machine. He's the cold, calculated killer. That's his whole demeanor. You know, try to blink as little as possible and make the least amount of noise while winning.
Man, say he be trying to blink as little as possible.
I mean, like each time your eyelids close, it's too much noise for him. It's the silent machine Terminator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get the robot emotes in the chat when he's on the sticks. So that's kind of his style, but it's always eye-opening when you watch him play because he always makes you think differently about the game. I don't know if everyone feels that way, but if you're not really like that deep into the game yet, you might not see it. But I'm just telling you, watch carefully the decisions he makes. It is always intriguing to see. You'll learn something. If he wins or loses, it doesn't matter. You'll be like, I did not consider that to even be a possibility, right? Your mind will expand watching him play, and that's why he's definitely one of my favorite players to watch. And I believe he even won in 2020. He won the first online qualifier like right away, right? For
oh, you're right. That sounds familiar.
It's not like he hasn't been in this position before, having to win online, and he did really well in the previous top 8. But you know, it was more like the consistent, I would say, more higher presence players currently in EU who are kind of doing work. Besides Phils, who kind of snuck in there behind all the disagreements and discussion and just took the win.
So I'm very interested in seeing, like, as far as this region, we didn't even bring up AKA Jones, who has the sick kin, of course. Talking about Broski, who might see some Oro. Problem X, I think, is the best Alex. I know people hate when you say someone's the best with a character when it's not their main, but come on, bro. We gotta agree that that's the best Alex right now, and we all love to see it. I like how Problem, by the way, I noticed how you trying to farm some free likes. You've been playing Alex for like 3 days, and you posting all this Alex Nation. Have you seen all that on Twitter?
Problem's been doing that?
Oh, I swear to you,
he's hopping aboard the Alex Nation.
He literally will post,
Demon Dan.
Bro, he'll post pictures of Alex and stuff like that. But let's go, Alex Nation. League
victory.
Yes. And then we get mad like Problem, you don't sit your ass. They've been playing Alex for like 3 days.
But he's the one repping them right now. You cannot deny it. Who else is doing work with Alex at that level and getting wins where, you know, it really counts? Unfortunately, no one but him. That's it. You can't deny it. You really can't.
But another thing that you can't deny is the talent of all of these competitors in this top 16. Ladies and gentlemen, they have their dreams on the line, and especially those guys in the losers bracket. I mean, you can't even afford to lose one, and it's only first to 2 right now. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it. I'm done talking. This is the UK and Ireland top 16.
So, you really want to go through the trouble? Fine. Easy mode too much? Sucks to be you. I'm always ready for a fight. Share my strength. Have a taste of this. Don't take this personal. I'll show no mercy. This is for my fellow hunters. It ain't too late to run off to mom now.
These matches are going to be even more ridiculous.
If you know anything about Street Fighter, you do not doubt the GOAT.
My man is always hitting go. You thought I was playing? Oh, you're hella dead.
The main event.
Help me out, Nadeshko.
I love how much it means to him. Wow.
Not over here. It's not over. Are you serious? My man is reading right now. My man is reading.
And welcome to the Capcom Pro Tour 2021. We are here with another beautiful top 16. I am Ringe. This is Ultra David. My man had to put his gloves on right now because it is uncharacteristically cold in Southern California, but we're managing, right? We're managing, David.
Well, we'll make it work. That's right. Yeah, it's in the 40s here, which I think is literally freezing. I'm not sure.
You know.
Thanks a lot for joining us, everybody. We have the second and final qualifier for the UK and Ireland, and some of the best players in the world reside here. This is their last chance to qualify outside of course, anything that may come after that. This is a fantastic event. We have top 16. Let's head into the bracket.
Star-studded top 16.
Star-studded,
by the way.
absolutely.
Bro, like, look at this. A winner side bracket, right? Soundboy and Shivs, Infectious and Ending Walker. I feel like I just heard the retirement home load up a Q when I said that name. Hurricane and Broski, One Step Layered and Gunslinger. We're going to be seeing a lot of character variety. A lot of characters I like to watch specifically. And that winner's bracket is important because you just have to play one match today and win that match on stream, and you get into top 8 winner side. That is a prime spot to be in. But the loser side of things has a bunch of killers as well. I want to see it. We got Problem X down here. We got Bold Strike down here. Shax, Muscle Noob, Jokes, a.k.a. Jones, MQS, and Jester Power. I mean, yeah, everybody seems like it came out, except for, of course, the winner of the first qualifier for Phils.
Yeah, that's right. Whereas some other winners have decided to enter again, he did not.
No.
He did not. Nice work. Let everybody else play instead. That's pretty cool. And, you know, part of why the other people have entered again is that there is some money on the line.
Oh, yes, indeed. The prize pool for this specific tournament, of course, top 4 is going to be paid out that $5,000 USD to, again, that top 4 placing. So, again, it's all important to get that winner's bracket side at W today, right? You're going to be in prime position to get into that top 4 tomorrow, if you make it there, of course. But it's going to be tough because this region as a whole has been really lighting it up, and we've seen their prowess in Street Fighter V and beyond.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, this of course, contains former EVO winners and people who have won many other big tournaments throughout the many years. There are players who've been playing forever in the UK scene in this top 16. And then there are players who are relatively recent who have really just gotten good, really had their come up like during the pandemic. Only in the last couple of years have they really made it happen. So I like that. I think that's really cool. We'll get to talk about some of the sort of generational aspects of this. There are some very interesting character matchups that we're going to see. We're going to see some characters. We may see some characters. I can't be super sure. We may see some characters that haven't showed up before in the top 16 at a CPT. We'll see if that in fact happens. But even if we do not, there's a lot of great character variety here. In fact, thinking about like which characters we could see, it's a long list. Cody, Menat, Laura, Zeku, Ken, Ed, Cammy, Oro.
Oh,
We'll see. Karen, Claw, Fang, Dictator, Akira, Gil, Urian, Plausible, and more. So there's a lot of potential here for characters that you don't get quite as much of a look at. But as happens in every single region around the world, we talk about this every time, there is a really good sense of character variety.
Yeah, it's really been that way for a while in Street Fighter V now, right, where it's the best players on the characters that end up getting to the top 16. You rarely see many repeat characters nowadays. Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing, right? That's exactly where I want my fighting games to be. And I believe Soundboy versus Shivs is going to be our first match, which I'm looking forward to because Soundboy does play that Cody, right?
Yes.
And so I am always a fan of this character. I think he's a little bit underrepresented for how good he is in Street Fighter V. But if we got the quotes on deck, I want to see what these players got to say as we get into this. So first up, it is Soundboy. Shivs is a fantastic player, and I respect him greatly. Please don't pick Manat. Please.
He also says, love fighting games my whole life, but started my competitive journey with SF5. Although he has been doing well. He had a breakout performance at VS Fighting back in 2018, and in fact got second place in the online Celtic Throwdown not too long ago.
Beautiful. And then Shivs, what we got Shivs saying here? Shivs, hope I don't get robbed by V-Trigger 2 Cody if I win and then Sue. I don't know what that means.
All right. Yeah.
But the V-Trigger 2 Cody, it's hilarious that both of these players are already talking about each other's characters, right?
Yeah.
But that's where I want it to be, because that means I feel like there's not too much of a one-sided matchup. Maybe in the neutral, Manat's going to have the control most of the time, but if that V-Trigger 2 Cody comes out, then, you know, I want to see the pipe lay down.
Shiv got 4th place at the last CPT here, so he's already coming in on kind of a high. Yeah, Manat could be Laura as well, but seems like Manat's what we're thinking about. What do we got? It is, in fact, the Manat.
Oh, and the virtual Cody. Okay, you've won my heart.
Yeah, apparently this is a tip from Logan. He always uses the Virgil costume.
Oh, my man. I am such a fan now. Look at this.
All right, as we load into the Top Joy Street Fighter Duel stage. Yeah, this character's legit. I really like Cody this season. I think he's got a lot of strengths. Of course, you know, we've already seen other Cody players do well.
Already loading up with the Zonk as well. Oh, calling back the orb. Not quite close enough to get the combo. Nice sway to avoid that orb toss. You can see why the V-Skill 2 is already out.
I really like the dancing that we're seeing from Soundboy so far. He's being in and out of ranges that Manat controls well.
And now, Shivs doing his best to not get pushed all the way to the corner. But again, Soundboy finding his way in. Corner combo. Yeah, trying to pressing buttons, even trying to recall the orb, but only gets back now. V-reversal to punish that still.
Okay, and no V-rev available for Soundboy. Gotta stay safe, he does. Still a lot more orbs.
Yeah, at this point, he's showing the respect to the orbs, but Soundboy is pretty chill at this point and gets the whip punish on the missile.
The orb actually didn't save him. It came down from the top and just didn't save him.
That is unfortunate. You rarely see the orb not being loyal like that.
Yeah, this Cody so far, I really like what we're seeing.
All right, good job getting in the throw. And yeah, there was a lot of patience from Soundboy in that round one. He really didn't try to force anything, and now showing that the EX Zonk is an option. That's a way to skip the neutral a little bit.
And again, he's done most of a good job at getting towards the corner. Shivs is stuffed out there. Does not have great escapes, way far away from the full red bar.
Yeah, and Shivs, just a raw ruffian. Leaving her standing, getting the throw after the Zonk, looking for the plus frame. Still gets a punish on the other side. Just awaiting the orb, respecting it, finds the jump out though. And Shivs back to the corner once again.
Yeah, he got out of that corner briefly, but at the cost of not having his big comeback factor.
Yeah, and Shivs, he's had CA on deck for a while too. Could perhaps look for a snipe if Soundboy gets a little antsy, but he's been very disciplined from full screen. Does have a bar for the EX Zonk, finds the jump. Woo! No, okay. So smart.
Shivs wanted that because he got V-Trigger on it.
V-Shivs back. Ooh, actually finds a trade there, but does get the crossover of the orb. Can't find the combo follow-up afterwards.
Shivs is still in this. 20 seconds. The punish.
The V-Shiv gets punished into the CA. It's going to be a good amount of damage. Cody living through it. Yes, indeed.
Look at that life, though.
Yeah.
Extremely, even too far for the Fierce.
Oh, my goodness.
Even that by chip might be enough.
Oh, the raw ruffian against Soundboy. So confident with the decisions at the end there. Knowing that Manat wants to recall that orb, she needed to get some chip back on Cody's side to even up that life or at least take the lead. And unfortunately, she did not. That was a great read by Soundboy.
Yeah, the way that Soundboy moved Shivs into the corner each time. Are we going right back in? We are. Okay. I was wondering if we may see anything different, but no. Yeah, he just had really, really strong control, and Shivs, you know, never really had too much in the way of things. I mean, his control wasn't there. He was on the back foot in the corner a lot of the time. Ooh. Trigger didn't work out as he wanted.
And all right, Shivs looking a little bit more comfortable here, and with an early life lead, that's exactly where Manat wants to be. Play that range game, put up a wall, make the opponent come to her. Yeah, and then just a slight punish caught Soundboy flinching, trying to gain some ground at the wrong moment again. Look at this. Oh, and Soundboy, he's going to have to bring up that V-Trigger 2 robbery if he wants this round back.
Yeah, we didn't see that at all last time because he had so much control, but it's getting to the point where he needs to make something happen.
Yeah,
He's got time, but he doesn't have the life.
Yeah, at this point is quite the mountain to climb, quite the obstacles to overcome. Nice reflect as well. He does have an EX bar now. I don't know if he wants to sacrifice it, though, if she tries to reflect or absorb one of the whirlwinds again.
He's being so cautious. He can't get hit by a medium. He can't get hit by an orb. The fierce is no good for him. Oh. Right. Okay. So shivs in that round looked fantastic.
Yes, that's exactly how Shivs wants it to go, right? So I'm glad he stuck with the Mana because this is definitely what she's capable of in this matchup. However, missing the anti-air just barely, getting the full combo off the Zonk.
Nice.
This nice Soundboy keeps the Zonks on deck.
That said, Shiv's back is to that wall.
Yeah, that's it. He managed to avoid most of the corner that whole last round, but the big jump in again, that was 2 jump-ins now. At Soundboy, he always has these Zonk combos ready. Just melting the life bar again, waits for it.
Ooh, keeping aware of Shivs. With all the resources on deck, he's still very dangerous.
Not expecting the orbs on the approach, the legs.
What a block! Still has a few, still dangerous. Okay!
Nice punish on the V reversal, or excuse me, the V break.
Yeah, next hit for the, okay, yeah, out of there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bruh. That was a danger moment right there. Soundboy in the right corner. Shiv still had super. So match point for Soundboy now. He's already taken out, by the way, both Jester Power and Problem X.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing run so far.
Oh, the crush counter as well. Just goes with the throw after the Zonk this time. Perfect spacing as well. Just countering whatever Manat wanted to do.
Ooh. You know Shivs does not want to give up trigger.
Yeah, right.
It's so important, especially as his life goes down and Soundboy's is still way up. He needs those resources. He can't just veer out.
And yeah, because of that, he does find the pop now, but he's got to make something happen. Again, just checked on the approach. EX Zonk, but he's just blocking.
I mean, you know, he had the safety there. It's just, woo! But to what end, right? Like, he had the safety. Okay, it was a big read, but he still needs so much more. He doesn't have the resources for it.
Yeah, at this point, there's a big life deficit. That super needed to land, or that meter needs to do more work. At this point, the V-trigger is gone, no meter to your name, and it's going to be a rough one to go.
Look, that said, in the first round of this set, he basically had as much life as he did now, but the opposite. He took down Soundboy completely.
True.
It's doable still. It's tough.
Sweep it to the swing, keeping her at bay. And yeah, I mean, Shivs is whittling down this life. He's alive! He is definitely within striking distance of winning this round now.
Look at the time as well, 17 on the clock. Soundboy maybe just trying to ride it out. Oh, no, whip punish!
Zonk range does get the sweep punish.
Oh, it's maybe doable. Shivs needs one more hit. Same with Soundboy. It could go down to time. It could go down to time.
Yeah, this is a draw game at this point. Nobody's got any life. They can't even build any back. There's nothing visible with the jab at the end with literally 1 second left. Shivs finally finds the loss. I'm sorry, Soundboy with the W. Oh, no.
In that situation right there, that was a decision. I don't know. I mean, it would have, if it had gone out to timer, it's a tie.
Yeah. So do you remember if each person gets a W or not? I don't remember.
Control room, can you let me know what happens in that situation?
Because if both people get a W, he had to do something, right? Because he was already down 1-0 in the set, and then Soundboy wins 2-1 if that's the case. If we just replay it, then I get it, right? I get where you're coming from, where it's like, do you just sacrifice that right there in the moment? But that was tough for sure. Soundboy, I can't believe it actually went down to 1 second after he had her on a pixel for what felt like 50 seconds or something like that with the timer. So, I mean, great stuff. Cleaning it up once again. And it was funny that Shivs mentioned that V-Trigger 2 robbery in the beginning of the set, right? Because we only saw the V-Trigger 2 in that last round. That's the only time we saw it. It was just all solid play from Soundboy, having them Zonks on deck and making sure that every opportunity he got was rewarded fully.
The way that he navigated around where the orb was, I thought was really great, including being willing to give up his spacing sometimes. Sometimes he jumped back over it, for example. And that's great because it means that Shivs doesn't know where Soundboy is going to be next. It's harder to place an orb. It's harder to know when to recall an orb when your opponent's playing like that. So I love that. I think that was a big part of this.
Yeah, and we saw a couple of...
timer, 2 seconds, he dashes and double dashes, but not... Oh, no.
Man. Yeah, she does not scoot forward quickly. That's for sure.
Well, there you go. So Soundboy continues a really, really excellent tournament for himself so far. Again, beat Jester Power and Problem X in order to get into that top 16 position. then beat Shivs. So that's, you know, 4th place and 2nd place last time at CPT, and players who have had, obviously, a ton of success in the past. Shout-outs to Soundboy, looking good.
Yeah, that's a hell of a rap sheet for this tournament so far. Well done for Soundboy, indeed. And the next match, we got Infectious and Ending Walker, so this should be good as well. Of course, Infectious has been around the block, sponsored by Milton BST, of course. The Zeku of the UK, and one of my favorite players, of course, because I really like that character. And then we got Ending Walker on the other side with, you know, one of those underrepresented characters. We've seen him do a little bit more work this season, but hopefully we see that Ed.
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for here. Yeah, he's a relatively new player, but he's super dangerous. He's very active in events like Salt Mine, for example, big online stuff that's going on in Europe. Hasn't really had offline events, but also like we haven't really had offline for a couple years at this point. So what does that really say, right? That's not too much of a negative. So he's looking good. I think that's very cool. But the draw is interesting. Infectious is just one of those players who is always a major threat. Yeah. Wherever he is, any event that he's at, whether it's Zeku or Ken, he's an extremely strong player.
Oh, that's true. I forgot I've been rocking the Ken as well. And yeah, I mean, I think both of those characters fit his style super well. Let's see what the players have to say before we get into this top 8 match, shall we? First up, of course, is Infectious. Ending Walker, one of Europe's strongest Ed players. So straight up, right? Showing that he's familiar with the player, definitely showing the respect, especially in a matchup like this where, again, we talked about the underrepresentation, especially at high level. So we'll see how much experience he actually has. What's Ending Walker got to say?
Wow, okay, he's got a paragraph for us. Infectious is very strong. I had him loser side top 16 in the last CPT, but I've gotten a lot stronger since then. This is going to be a good set, and I'm looking forward to my run back. Good luck to Soundboy, One Step, and Muscle Noob. And thanks to Akainu, Kills You, Muscle Noob, and the Hilo Kid for all the sets. That's awesome. Shoutouts to the shoutouts. That's really cool. Congrats to Kills You, by the way, qualifying just recently in the CPT himself.
Yep.
So there you go. Infectious, by the way, also says we have always ask for a little like extra fact. Some of the players give him, some of the players don't. His fact is they think I'm a robot.
Ooh, all right.
I think that's what a robot would say.
No, what?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's classic reverse psychology.
No, I
Classic
feel like that's
reverse psychology.
In 2021, you got to come with something different. We're on to layer 3 now. So I think a real human says that. I think he's just very good at hiding his emotions. That's all.
He's actually a hilarious guy. While playing, he freezes up. I don't know. That's everybody's got like their playing face, right? Some of us turn into fishes. He turns into a robot, I guess. But he's a very, very funny guy in person. What do we got? We have Ken. Ken for him.
I love watching both of these characters. So W's either way when it comes to the spectator point of view. But yeah, man, Infectious. I mean, it's part of the zone, right? You kind of try to make sure you get into that competitive mind state that's going to give you the best chance of winning. And yeah, it seems from him, he doesn't wear his emotions on the sleeve during the match.
Yeah.
And that's what's worked out for him very well so far.
He went in with a roundhouse hurricane. What a genius.
Yeah, he's going to be willing to take those risks, right? Close up that space. But nice dash under from Ending Walker off that trade. Yeah, definitely caught Infectious off guard. You don't see too many cross-unders once you actually, like, trade on an anti-air.
The style that Infectious has had so far, I feel like is... Oh, his confirms are absurd. Yeah, always there. That's a classic part of his game plan. Before that, he had been kind of rushing in, jumping in ways that I'm not accustomed to seeing as much. So I hope that he settles down. It looks like he is.
Yeah, could have just been testing Ending Walker's, like, you know, nerves in a tournament environment like this. Top 16 it is for top 8 winners. But Ending Walker's looking solid, composed. So
yeah,
I like Infectious slowing it down.
I mean, Ending Walker was top 16 last time. He got 9th place.
Oh, yeah, so just outside of that top 8.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Infectious 7th place last time.
Oh, nothing behind that. I'm kind of surprised because he has the EX Tatsu.
Okay.
Nice confirm there.
It's always there for him.
That's why he didn't confirm off the stand medium play. Oh, that was quite the wild decision and a beautiful punish from Ending Walker here for the first round dub.
Wow. Yeah, Infectious definitely did some things in that round that it's not that I never see from him, but that doesn't feel like it's as common. So I do agree with you that he may just be trying to test.
Yeah, we shall see. And it looked like he slowed it down. He was like, all right, it looks like you passed the test. But at the end there, he definitely gave him a surprise quiz.
Look, people do press buttons when the opponent lands from stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it definitely made sense, right? It was just a risky decision, riskier than we're used to seeing from Infectious. Ooh, yes, the jabs, the flicker stance. Oh, no. Can't believe that I actually caught that preemptive button. We'll stay on the same side for now, not winding it up all the way.
Yep.
Trying to catch him flinching.
Yeah, hoping to bait something out. Infectious not giving into that stuff. He's not jumping now, you notice.
Yeah.
He's trying to maintain that wall. He would look for an anti-air for sure. He would look for a counter poke for sure.
Yeah, he was trying to catch that walk forward with a sweep when it against longer range buttons.
I mean, that said, Endling Walker.
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Confirms.
Snowballing, starting, backing off. What a jump back the one time! Oh, and then didn't.
Yeah, left some of his damage
I'll
on
be
the
honest.
table.
Yeah.
We got a V-trigger activation now. Infectious back to the wall. V-reversal spin. Oh, combo off that stand light kick. Whoa, all right. We're going to spin all that meter on the punish. Infectious putting a dub on the board.
That's really cool. I like that use of V-shift right there. Probably on reaction, somebody like him can do that. Even if not, it's a very reasonable read. And you escape a situation that otherwise would have been plus on block for Ending Walker. But the fact that he reacted, Infectious reacted to the one fully charged one of those was amazing.
Yeah, right. Getting the jump back, almost a full punish. See if he keeps those reactions on point. Oh, the flicker. He just baits him in by whiffing those buttons from a while, right? You feel a little bit comfortable walking forward, and then that flicker just shifts Ed.
Yeah, it's a great harassment tool.
Yeah, you can see, oh, Infectious has been very disciplined about the buttons he presses. Does risk the throw, and it pays off.
Woo. Infectious right back to the range he wants. You can see he's trying to be just outside of those Ed button ranges.
Yeah, look at the flicker just goes so far forward. Oh, and the Fierce actually catching him. Again, no buffer behind that stand medium punch.
What a slow play match. This is classic footsies right here.
Yeah,
the question is, does one of them give into the desire to go in too hard at some point?
Right now, I mean, Indy Walker has been looking super strong. This has been his primary game plan, is harass with these flickers, and he's got the life lead, right? So I imagine if anyone's going to make that move, it's Infectious.
Yeah, it's at some point going to be coming down to the wire here. 30 on the clock.
I imagine he's going to be looking for a V-trigger confirm. Does have it fully loaded. We saw it in the first round. Oh, that's what he just got into the space and the flicker cut it off. That was so unfortunate.
Love that, love that. Look at the time now, 18. It is absolutely the time where you're running out of time.
Oh, he'll take the trade.
Jumps back. Ending Walker's fine with that. Even that will take about a second off the clock. No, he was looking for something. And this doesn't even need to kill for Ending Walker to go in. Not to whip. He did quick rise. Okay, all right. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a little scary at the end there, but Ending Walker doing a good job of really just playing his game and using the timer to his advantage, putting up the wall. That flicker stance has been an annoyance, to say the least.
Yeah, I really, really like his game plan right now. The footsies are looking good. He's throwing out enough things that it's hard for even somebody like Infectious to properly counter poke. It's not easy to do, but he's making that happen right now.
Yeah, very impressive so far with Ending Walker, of course. The combos, the confirms have been impressive from Infectious on that side. Though really the first missed one was at the end of that last round.
And then just a little bit of defense. Situation we haven't seen too much of is Infectious with the life lead and Ending Walker needing to regain it.
He's straight into the Shoryuken and the back throw. So this is a hefty life lead for Infectious at this point. Ending Walker, yeah, he's going to have to take a little bit more risk, go in a couple of more times, trying to catch him pressing a button or throw teching off that jump.
Hoping to bait some V-meter usage. None came from Infectious. So here we go.
Yeah, Godbreak will take the throw off of it.
Yeah, probably on reaction there. Good work from Infectious. Ending Walker has more work to do. He's right back in.
Yeah, very smart on the V reversal, preventing the plus frames and the stand medium kick right into the target combo. Well done. And you can see how different the rounds go when Ending Walker does not establish that early life lead, right? A lot more risk. That means Ken's buttons are a lot more effective because he has to get close. Yeah, so if you're an Ending Walker at this point, you really got to prioritize at the beginning of this round. Make sure you do not let Infectious get started.
Yeah, even this little bit of life lead I think is relevant.
Yeah, 100%.
There's not a ton of chip damage on Flicker each time, but it adds up.
Yeah, my man. Ooh, no. And just as that little life lead was significant, this combo is really detrimental. Oh.
Okay. Gonna maintain corner.
Just
Wants anyway. Oh my God, uncombo stuff.
My man was holding up back for his life, and that was exactly the decision he needed. Infectious getting the CA. It's a big life lead now.
And backing off. Looking good.
Yeah, I mean, Indy Walker's got a lot of resources for sure. Doesn't quite have the V-trigger, full CA on deck. But again, with the way both of these players have played, it's very tough seeing a comeback being made.
Woo! Henning Walker, maybe though. Oh, swinging for the fences here. Infectious was absolutely hanging out, and no, the answer didn't work in time.
It did not. That's unfortunate. Got stuffed by the jump medium kick from Ken. The classic jump in by him. But yeah, good stuff from Infectious, really. And that round definitely came down to the fact that Ed risked that hit confirm, right? That didn't come through, where he risked the DP and it got blocked. And from there, it really all fell apart. We talked about how important that life lead is for the way Indy Walker has been playing, right? He's been playing a very solid defensive game, and you cannot fall behind early if you want to succeed with that.
Yeah, that game was a lot more of what I think about when I think of Infectious's play. Interesting chase. Didn't quite work out, but I like the idea. Here he is.
Yeah, man, just like that. Indy Walker right where he wants to be. Gets the corner combo as well.
Infectious is already in trouble. Woke up with grab. Probably grab tech, but it worked out.
Yeah, that could have been a big play for Infectious, but you see, he's really prioritizing never being close to him. Like, Infectious also wants this, like, medium range. Gets the V-shift punish as well. Wow. Oh, the wrist, and it pays off, but he wakes up with a crouch medium punch? Huh?
Woo, it's not going to work twice. Infectious going up to match point.
I mean, I felt like Indy Walker must have been tilted or something. Infectious was waking up with medium buttons. We out here, and it worked.
Yeah, I love that read. But even outside of that, I really like Infectious' neutral game. His sweeps, by the way, have been on target. He hasn't, I think he's only one's been blocked. Other than that, everything's been great. Gotten a few crushes on them. Yeah, looking again.
Yeah, it's definitely been his primary tool that once like Ed has to approach, he's been trying to cut it off with that. But now this is what we saw in game one, right? This is exactly where Indy Walker wants to be. And if I'm him, yeah, you can't take these risks that you've been taking a little bit. Yeah, keep the jab game going, bait him in with the flicker.
Yeah, it's very cautious stuff. You can see he's backing off a little bit, looking for jumps.
Yeah, man, in a situation like this, the trades, those are in your favor all day if you're Indy Walker.
Oh, no.
This is what we were talking about, though.
Oh,
no! Got a second chance at life. Yeah, I mean, if I'm him, I'm not looking to do the DP at all.
No, yeah.
Like,
Even on, like,
yeah,
you have to be 1,000% sure it's going to work out.
At this point, yeah, that's where you want to be. The flickers, counting it up. Man, it's like the Tootsie Pop Owl. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. What a catch from Infectious. We haven't seen dashes like that from Indy Walker.
The dash under it. This is a very close life situation.
Okay, now no V reversals, though. It's time to party for Indy Walker.
Yeah, very smart.
Look at the time he backs off. 10.
Oh.
Infectious.
In the red timer, you got to make something happen, and that's why Indy Walker knew the jab and the flicker stance once again. Yeah, I really love the way he took advantage of that corner situation, right? Putting the plus frames on him, whittling down that life as well, just extending the life lead via block, and then getting the hit afterwards was huge.
Yeah, that chip damage definitely added up that round. So match point now for both. Ending Walker mostly towards the corner. Harassing. Oh!
It's huge for Infectious here. He gets the low as well. My goodness, yeah, it can all come crashing down. Big tech throw from Indy Walker. Tries to go right back in, though. And the stun is building V-shift to get that space back. But honestly, with that last combo, it's tough. He's got to go in, but he does so successfully.
He built that back beautifully for himself. Most of the corner as well. He can't whiff, though. Infectious has that fantastic V-trigger 2 reaction.
Yeah, he's got the
Okay,
CA deck.
not anymore.
He's still got the Momochi locked and loaded, though. The crouch medium kick and the super. Instead, the neutral jump punish. That is huge. Indy Walker here. How are you going to come back? How are you going to approach this Ken at this point?
Down to one last potential decision.
Out of the corner. Infectious staying very aggressive at this point and catching him with the crouch medium kick. Smelled blood in the water and made sure he took a bite. 2-1.
Yeah, that was, I think, at the end, somebody who has been in these big moments a lot. I mean, look, Ending Walker's looking really strong, but by his own admission, relatively recent compared to somebody like Infectious. That, at the end, after having played almost the entire set, very cautiously for Infectious, right? Maybe other than the very first round. Very cautiously, slowly, all of a sudden, at the end, he turned on the juice big time. He sensed it for sure.
Yeah, that was great, right? He was definitely in a range where Ed has a hard time anti-airing as well, right? So he was just making sure that he really put all the mental pressure he possibly could on Indy Walker at that inset. So great stuff from Infectious, where it looked a little shaky at the beginning, but we see why he's such a champion caliber player and the experience paying off there. Just great adjustments throughout, keeping his composure, adjusting the game plan accordingly, and he is in top 8 winner side because of it.
So last time he got 7th place, like I said, this means that he gets at least 5th. We'll see him tomorrow.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
Again, I really like a lot of what Ending Walker is doing out there. He looks really strong. He's going to go down to losers. We'll talk about him more later.
Yeah,
what a closing moment.
I love the flicker harassment, honestly.
Oh, yes.
Like just the way he played footsies and just stayed on the ground. I rarely ever saw him take to the skies at all. I feel like he doesn't even have up like assigned on his stick or his pad, whatever he's got, because my man was grounded the whole time. But we got a big match coming up next. This is gonna be Hurricane and Broski, two titans of the UK scene, Ryan. They are out here. Of course, Hurricane rocking the cami. Won EVO Online this year. Broski has been putting it down with Dawson mainly, but
mainly in tournaments at least. Although he hasn't been playing too much in tournaments. Let's talk about this gross old man. let's talk about Broski. I mean, let's talk about Oro. Yeah, that's the character. He's been playing a lot on stream. He does a lot of really good content creation. Very fun stream, very funny guy. And he's been playing Oro a lot, and he's got a really effective one. He has awesome setups. He's that kind of guy who did that stuff with Dalsum as well, so I can certainly see that influence on him. But the way that he plays Oro is not just for the V-Trigger comeback, which is a huge part of that character, of course, but it's also like really strong neutral and the kind of stuff that you would expect from somebody of his caliber. So let's hear what the players had to say. Up first, we got Broski. I will try my best, and if that doesn't work out, I'll complain on Twitter about Cammy some more until the balance patch. I got news for you.
oh man,
There have been how many balance patches in Street Fighter V? And how's Cammy been? Has she been okay over the years anyway?
Seems like
I think she's been okay over the years anyway. So good luck with that balance patch.
Yeah, I'm not sure the balance patches will save you from the Cammy. Hasn't so far in these 5 years. But next up, of course, Hurricane. What's the man got to say today? He's been having to say a lot lately. Today, though, keeping it short and simple. Good luck to Broski, right? All business from Hurricane here. He wants to make sure he qualifies for Capcom Cup. There's a lot of business to be handled over there. But, of course, he's got to go through Broski and potentially this Oro. And, I mean, as you mentioned, right, I think a lot of the time when you get characters like an Oro or characters that have these wild V-triggers, people get enamored with them, right? It's like, oh, man, let me find the craziest V-trigger setup, yada, yada. But I love to hear that Broski is really solid in the neutral, right? Because a lot of the time I feel like these characters have such cool neutral tools and game plans that just kind of get overlooked because their V-trigger is, eye-popping.
I do think that Oro struggles a little bit in neutral in many matchups. I mean, I don't think that he's great at it. I think that part of why I'm impressed at Broski's play is that I think he makes that work, like, regardless. So, I don't know. We'll see if that is, in fact, the case. That's the tip that we got, that he would be playing Oro. By the way, these players were 3rd last time. That's Hurricane, and 5th last time for Broski. And it is, in fact, going to be Oro and Cammy. Oro out on vacation.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too sick. Oh, man.
Oh, man. I can't imagine wearing a shirt like that in the UK at this time of year. He's off on vacation somewhere.
He's out here. He's got his turtle to keep him warm.
For those who I wish to protect,
Look at this, man. He is really all business. Got the outfits on and everything. With the sandals. With the ones that go between the toes, too. Oh, man.
Yeah, just chilling out. Oh my god, that is a lot of time. Oh, forbidden combo.
Stop!
Let's go. Okay.
That's how we're gonna start this?
That was sick. And jump fierce. So look, a big part of this is going to be, does Hurricane know the Oro matchup enough? Like that is honestly, I mean, I asked Broski about this and he was like, I'm going to try to random out. Like, I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
Definitely right. This is a super underrepresented character, not only in high-level play.
You can't jump, baby.
The rocks. Oh my goodness, you died for jumping, bruh. Do not do this. And Hurricane, yeah, he looked like he was definitely trying to run his standard Cammy game plan, and you cannot be doing that up against a character like Oro, at least when you don't know the matchup.
Yeah, his quote to me was, gonna try and rob with Oro.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, it doesn't...
That was sick. The low crush on the crouch medium kick.
I'm telling you, he's good.
I
mean, Broski's good.
Yeah, I get you. And yeah, like, well, Oro might struggle a little bit in neutral, right? He's got tools, and it's all about how you use those few tools that the character has.
Yeah.
Oh, again, this has been working out really well.
I am surprised to see Hurricane jumping as much as he is.
Oh my goodness, Broski dominating fashion in that round.
He didn't rob anybody.
Not in that round, 100%, no.
I don't even think the last one he robbed because it wasn't like he got some crazy
True,
mix-up. It was on reaction,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 100%.
He
That's
stream-faced
on
on
you.
reaction.
Yeah, if you're jumping when your opponent has V-trigger ready, that's on you 100%. Yeah.
I mean, I talked with our resident Oro expert, Alex Valle, and he was
Ooh.
basically like, if Broski can make Hurricane jump a lot, Broski's going to win.
And I mean,
That was basically his rundown of it. Talking about not just the trigger, but stand strong as being a really strong anti-air versus Cammy.
and that was Hurricane's choice, right? He really tried to approach in the air a lot of the time, does find it this time, but if he keeps doing it, we've seen Broski's able to get a W off of it. Oh, tried for the anti-air, but a little bit too early. Ended up getting stuffed at the huge life lead.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hurricane looking much more comfortable.
Uh-huh. Okay, now we see whether the rob happens.
Indeed. I'm honestly a little bit surprised. Oh, he has much faith in this robbery tactic, though, considering he actually spent the EX bar.
Into what? Safety. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Tough.
So it in fact did
Tough.
come from jump a couple of times in that round from Hurricane. He got a big damage situation out of it, and he got the kill into a grab situation there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, but Broski could have definitely been looking more for a ground game and just get caught off guard, right? It's like, I took the first W because you jumped so much, so you will probably stay on the ground, but, you know, we'll see how he adjusts now. Yeah, we already saw how that played out at the beginning. You don't want to jump when that orb's out. And then, again, anti-airing beautifully.
Ah, what a delay.
Super late. the neutral double jump, trying to bait something out.
Ooh, the rare misconfirm.
Very surprising for Hurricane. Oh, he'll take that throw. Definitely when it puts you back towards the corner as well. Risking some of the fireballs. I think he'll probably put that away now. Hurricane does have a couple of bars on deck.
That crouching strong does outrange a lot of her stuff. Oh, that happened to be when a fireball was starting up here with the Hurricane. All right, into the business. Calling a few rocks. What else do we got here? We got 5 rocks? Dang,
Boulder.
okay.
What do you do? You got, all those are his pets?
Oh, yeah, he hangs out with those rocks all the time.
Oh, the confirm off of it. Yeah, that's the juggle point too. Great stuff from Broski. That is set point now.
It's really tough to whiff punish that character when he's got the rocks going.
Oh. And putting out the orb. And yeah, Hurricane, after the way he got punished for jumping when the orb was out that first time, he has not taken that opportunity to get the empty low off the jump. No big combo though.
So sick. Okay. Into the hit grab. Woo.
V-shift immediately. Oh, another fireball punished.
Hurricane's not giving up on those jumps, and they are working.
Ooh.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, not in time! Oh, not in time!
That was rough. And we both like held our breath right there, right, on that V-trigger activation because it looked like it was going to be close. I wasn't sure if the dive kick was going to come in and stuff whatever he was trying on startup, but unfortunately it did for Broski. But man, that was super close. That was definitely super close. Hurricane looking a little bit more comfortable now. Not really deviating from his game plan too much, as you mentioned, still sticking to the sky approach, and we'll see how this last game goes.
Yeah, that's what Broski's looking for. Because that's significant damage, right? Most characters in this game do not get that out of an anti-air.
Yeah, that was super good. Yeah, again.
Right, too early and so punished. I love it from Broski.
And he even knew that Hurricane was going to do that time. Didn't even put out any anti-air button, but of course the crouch fierce activate. Cammy classic. Universal block still maintaining this corner, but no confirm off the crouch medium kick.
Man, Hurricane's mix-ups with close. This throw game is really, really strong. Okay.
Oh, actually, that's just jump that time. What a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
It's still sometimes the jumps from Hurricane.
Yeah.
Not giving up on that approach. The meter's gone.
Broski with the upwards fireball.
It's going to go up. Oh, it doesn't. It actually whiffed. Oh, no. Hurricane. And all he needs is grab or hit is good, too, for match point.
Indeed. And it came back to that throw game, right? He had been establishing the throw so often right there. He just goes with the shimmy, gets the crouch medium kick as Broski tries the throw tech. And now blowing through that projectile, gets another shimmy. And then as soon as that 2 successful shimmies happen, what does he do? Go right back to the throw.
Oh, wow. I love this from Hurricane right now.
Whoa, raw. No EX necessary on that one. Can you confirm?
Yeah, looking for, you got to confirm that. That's -8.
Oh. Oh, what an interrupt, calls out the empty EX hooligan.
All right, how much work can he get on this?
Universal though.
He's got the dino, buddy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the challenge from Broski.
Broski lives.
We are in the
He
corner now.
lives. Or doesn't really get a setup after that, but he's back in now. Oh, this is going to be a lot, actually.
Oh, and it's enough. We're going to a final round. Broski, my goodness, staying alive, keeping everybody's hopes alive with him.
What a comeback with no V-Trigger Oro at the end. It was amazing.
Yeah, man, no robbery right there, right? Just using the EX for the plus frames, caught Hurricane trying to flinch afterwards, but we right back in this corner. Okay. Definitely mixed up Hurricane enough to make him hesitate on the anti-air and finally baits out an EXDP.
Stun is going to become an issue here for Hurricane.
Oh, my
The follow-up. Oh, he was trying to get the
yeah.
booger out. No, he couldn't rip it out in time.
Had to go digging for gold.
Triggers here for Broski as well.
Oh, he tried the jab again. Oh, Hurricane, perfect timing, canceling into the drill, avoiding that crouch jab and taking the set.
So the strategy of hoping that Hurricane jumps a lot, like that happened.
You did.
That is how it went. It's just that Hurricane had the right times a lot of the time. And he did a great job at mixing up what he's going to jump with. Are you going to jump with jump fierce, or are you going to jump with like a really delayed dive kick or whatever it was? That was huge. It's a really, really big part of why he ended up taking that. I like that, you know, he had that strategy too. It's funny, it was a situation seemingly where both players kind of like wanted the same thing. And it worked out for Hurricane and not for Broski.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate, right? And I think a lot of that had to do with the Hurricane making the most out of every time he did get the jump in, right? Not only the combo, but the offense afterwards was just relentless. He was so successful on the strike throw mix that it was really tough for Broski whenever he was on defense to get back into the round. He had just been so good at really harassing with throws early and then making sure to bait out the throw tech afterwards, only to go back to throws. I mean, it was just classic strike throw mix, and Hurricane played it to perfection. So well done to him. He'll be in top 8 winner side. Broski, though, I mean, I think everybody was rooting for you because of the Oro, right? Like, no, nothing against Hurricane, of course, but we want to see that underdog Oro get into that top 8 winners. But he put on a hell of a show anyway. I hope we see more of him. Of course, we're going to see him in losers bracket later as he drops down. But Hurricane takes the 3rd spot in top 8 winners side, and we got one more to go, of course. But not just yet. Before we get to that match, we got to give a couple of shout-outs. Of course, first shout-out to PlayStation. You know what I'm talking about. The Open Series going down. Compete.playstation.com to learn all about the Open Series, the PlayStation Tournament, Street Fighter V, and beyond, man. That whole compete.playstation.com site is a hub for competitive video games, especially the fighting games, but it's got stuff beyond that as well. So make sure if you're looking to get into this realm, that's where you need to start.
Let's talk as well about Street Fighter Duel, the Capcom authorized mobile game, which is available for download in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau, and other regions will be coming soon. Follow Ryu, Chun-Li, and others to explore the mysterious organization, experience the classic stories with all your fighters, and recall your memories of the original Street Fighter. An impressive array of fighting elements and the innovative multiplayer combos offer you a new battle experience, challenging your strategy and control. The arcade legends are born on the mobile. Download Street Fighter Duel now and join the journey with millions of players to find out who is the best fighter. All right, so we've had our first 3 matches here in the top 16. We have the remainder of winner's side. We have loser's side as well. Stick around for that.
Time to fight, time to fight. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fight, time to fight. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are Street Fighters.
I guess it's time to start warming up. fighters have to strike out on their own.
Let's do this.
From Burbank, California, it's the UK and Ireland CPT Top 16, the second one, the final one. We've seen the first three on winner's side. We got one more on winner's side to go. Let's check out the bracket, let you know what's up.
Yes, indeed. Phenomenal way to start the top 16. Of course, Soundboy with that 2-0 over Shivs, Infectious 2-0 over Indy Walker, and then Hurricane with that 2-1 over Broski. Very close set so far. Even that 2-0 from Soundboy and Shivs was not free by any means. So great stuff. Exactly what we expect from this level of competition coming out of the UK. And we got One Step Layered and Gunslinger to finish off this first round.
Yeah, One Step Layered is a guy who has been around for a while in the community. Hasn't really been seen as much internationally. He was in the Gfinity Elite Series some years back. Has been a solid Karen. And as for Gunslinger, he has had, I think, a lot of really cool stuff with Zeku. His V-Skills 2 stuff with Zeku is something to take note of. He's definitely had a bunch of top 8s. Let's get into hear what they have to say.
Yes, I'm glad that the Zeku thirst will be satiated. One Step Later says, Gunslinger's pretty good. My first time making it to top 16 since competing. Just looking to have a good time. I like that. I like that mentality.
Yeah, Logan says that he seems to have leveled up quite a bit since lockdown, which is great to see.
That's definitely dope. Seeing players flourish during the pandemic is definitely one of the dope things about the fighting game community and how players have responded to this time that we're living in. Let's see what Gunslinger has to say in response. Want to see it. Should be a good set. Good luck to One Step, but hopefully I give him the 2-step. Ooh!
Okay.
I like it.
All right. Very good. He also, by the way, he wants you to know, he likes lamb patties.
Ooh, okay.
He's a big lamb patties guy.
Sophisticated taste there. Okay.
For One Step Layered, he wants you to know he sells clothes over at onesteplayered.gg.
Well,
Check it out. So we're thinking about probably Karen versus Zeku matchup. It seems like it's the most likely pick at this time. Karen, who has the most wins in CPT top 8s, according to the game 2K's stats. Pretty cool. I always like keeping track of stats like that. Anyway, let's head in. Yep, that's what we're looking for.
We'll see if that total gets added to, if One Step Layered can make it to top 8 with the Karen. Of course, Zeku standing in his way, as you mentioned. I believe it's going to be V-Scale 2, probably V-Trigger 2 as well for Gunslinger, I imagine. Yeah. So we're going to set up on that new. That's definitely what the Zeku players have gone towards nowadays. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I think, going to be a little bit tough on the ground for Zeku, but he's got a great walk speed of his own, and he's got a couple of great buttons as well that can compete with Karen.
Well, One Step Layered already get. Oh my God, a very early overhead. Rarely seen option.
Yeah, I think primarily what he is going to be trying to come back Karen with is that stand light kick. We've seen a couple of roundhouses come out as well. Oh, and risking the EX after one crouch medium punch. Unfortunate.
Look at this. I love it. Yeah, harasses right away.
Yo, he's so aware. Yeah, making sure not getting that bush and flip for free at all. But this is the robbery form. Did not get close enough. You know he wanted some type of activation off that dash, but not going to happen.
Super well played around by One Step Layered. And look at this.
Dude.
I'm impressed by the reactions right now. Not just that, but from previous things in that last round, too. Look at this.
Bruh.
Single hit confirms are there.
He has looked so good.
Uh-oh.
That's the first game, my man. It's going to be a lot of damage here. Didn't have any meter to extend further, but Gunslinger, all right, we'll see. Can the 2-11 in progress commence?
He definitely wants to be the young guy, but he tried to walk way too far forward.
Once again, shutting down any type of approach. One Step Layered, yeah, as you mentioned, right, the reactions weren't just in that second round. That first round, we saw him immediately stuff the Bushin flip as soon as it came out. We saw the EX Tenko to go through the projectile. Literally just it had every answer. That was like very good reactions, very good character or like matchup specific answers.
Yeah. I love it. Looking great. We didn't get to see anything about that V-skill, too.
No.
Did he pick a V-skill? I don't know.
Yeah, not a damn thing. I can never remember if it's a ferret or not.
Oh, I don't know what the type of the animal is. Yeah, I have no idea. He's got a ground guy and he's got an air guy. That's all I know.
Oh, again, we see the EX to go through. Can't just rely on the grams. Once she has the EX bar, oh, that's so unfortunate. Tried for a crouch fierce extension, but not quite in range after the crutch counter.
It's just a very classic, extremely strong ground game from Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Out of there. Blocked it out. Right back to neutral where he's had been. Oh, hold on, though. Chance for Gunslinger.
Yeah, great punish. Ooh, now One Step Layered. Choosing to reversal after one crouch medium punch as well, and it paid off. Saw Gunslinger try that at the beginning. Again, the medium punch buffers behind it. He's just playing such a classic Karen game. Like, making sure he just gets back to the neutral. You saw the V shift as soon as the jump in happened. Like, he is not trying to play any type of close quarters combat.
Look at how scary he's made that range be right there. Gunslinger, at the beginning of this, he was doing stuff at that range. He is not now.
Yeah.
He is hanging out. If it's his turn, sure, fine. But that's this range right there. He knows the danger.
Yeah, he's getting into Young. Oh, but he's whipping buttons, and you can't do that against One Step Layered. And then again, as soon as you get out of range, checks the toes with the crouch medium kick. My goodness. Confirm off the stand fierce. Gets the stun. Just in case.
It's not enough. Oh my God, it's a perfect anyway. And One Step Layered, actually, he breezes his way into top 8. That was the most dominant performance that we have seen so far out of our 4 matches, absolutely. And that's versus Gunslinger. Again, a guy who's gotten top 8 many times. He got top 8 at the last CPT here.
Yeah.
He has been very strong. And One Step Layered in his first top 16 since competing, that man is looking real good out there.
He's looking very relaxed, too. Like, for top 16, your first time, my man is looking like he's been here all day. He's definitely been
very
around.
good mindset, you can tell.
Wow, that was great stuff. And we heard Logan, you mentioned, right, say that he had been improving throughout the pandemic, and my man just put it down here. Is that all the buffers, great reactions, matchup-specific answers. Literally, I mean, that's the most you could ask for.
Yep.
And I really love the end as well, right, where he didn't actually go into the slide extension. He just left him standing. That's a great way to put pressure on your opponent again, to make them do something right here, right? Like, come on, you got to do something in this instance. You have just been mollywopped throughout the set. You feel bad. Something's going to happen, and One Step Layered knew it. So he'll be taking our last spot in top 8 winners. That's going to be a good battle against Hurricane and then Soundboy and Infectious. On the other side of winners semis. Woo!
I am really looking forward to seeing Hurricane play against Karen, considering his recent statements about that character, which we'll get to tomorrow during the top 8. For now, he gets to take a break. So do the rest of the players on that screen. Let's go down to the losers side and see who we have to figure out still.
Yeah, we still got a lot of great players in loser side as well. No problem. X is down there. Jester Power, MQS, a bunch of players. Yeah, and that first match is going to be Jester Power and MQS. You can see, though, a.k.a. Jones, Joker Jokes, Bolt Strike, Shax, and Muscle Noob all fighting for that spot in top 8. And, of course, that spot at Capcom Cup for the first place.
So starting out with Jester Power versus RSN MQS Metal Clear Solid, which is one of my favorite tags. Good work out there.
One of the go-to tags, for
Absolutely. So Jester Power got 9th last time.
Yes. 9th
last time. But as far as the rest of how he plays, he's just got a super patient Vega. He has a lot of control over things. He I think is sort of one of the strongest sort of slow players.
Okay.
Like he's absolutely willing to time it out whenever he can, and I respect that style. As for MQS, again, I asked Logan about this, and he says that he's team manager for Reason. He runs the UK and IE Discord tournaments online. He also won the Celtic Throwdown 2021 offline event in Ireland this year.
Ooh, let's go. So a recent offline showing as well from MQS. Yeah, he's been putting it down. Good representation of TOs as well. You always got to give them props for running the tournaments and whatnot. Community can't work without all the parts, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what these players have to say before we get into their match. First up is going to be MQS indeed. Jester is a good friend and former teammate, so this should be an interesting set. Regardless of result, I have a lot of Vega Claw experience, so I'm confident I can win, but Jester in tournament is no easy opponent. Shield time, I also offer coaching.
All right. Make it happen. As for his opponent, Jester Power says, hashtag claws up. We're here again. Again, he was top 16 last time. This time with 1 life remaining in the loser's side. This could go either way against MQS. His Fang has leveled up a lot recently. Heck, if I lose here, at least it's not another 9th place finish.
9th place is one of those positions, right, where it hurts a little bit extra.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's a tough spot to end up in for sure.
So I understand the plight. But we'll see, yeah, maybe Vega versus Claw, or Vega versus Claw, excuse me, Vega versus Fong. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. On the ground, I wonder how that patient style of Vega is going to play out against Fong, because I usually think he's pretty decent against players of that style, just because like the poison tick does, I think, a little bit more against those type of players, so it can like add up to be a bit more significant than most matchups.
What I've heard from Fang players is that Vega is not an easy matchup for Fang. Vega he's got great walk speed. He's got some stuff to get through projectiles.
Yes.
You know, he's got some big buttons if he wants to bring those out. He's got a fast jump and good jump in buttons. At the same time, Fang, yeah, as you said, he can still control things for sure. He's got a lot to say. This character is, I feel like we've been talking about him a lot lately, not just on the CPT, but in the scene in general, after Mono won CEO with Fang. It's clearly a character that can do it because somebody did it.
Yeah, there you go. It has been proven, right?
It has been proven.
Yeah, and it wasn't like there were any scrubs at that tournament, you feel me? Did it against Punk in Grand Finals, so that's pretty solid performance from Mono for sure. So we're going to see if the Fong can get it done today up against that Vega. And again, yeah, you mentioned Vega. I think he's one of the best grounded characters in the game, to be quite honest with you. Great walk speed. The buttons are definitely really good. And yeah, he can take to the skies too. He's got a fast jump. It's annoying to deal with. We'll see how it goes. But MQS, we'll see. We'll see the Fong. I believe in it in this matchup.
Let my beauty intoxicate you.
That's what I'm talking about.
These are two of my favorite characters in SF5, you know? I mean, not talking about gameplay, right? Like, their personalities, I think, are really well done.
Yeah, I really like Vega in this game, honestly. Man's talks the mess that I like to hear.
Oh, that's a punish. There we go. MQS. Not too much out of it, but look at the control he's got so far.
Trying to get that close quarters combat going. Oh, not quite there, but a great punish on the wall.
Yo, he was waiting for it.
Bro, he is
to put that +2 on him there. I love it.
Yeah, the poison again pointed out. The Ryu Bender to prevent him from just coming in for free. Yeah, doesn't have an EX to his name, so he can't get that projectile roll going.
Woo. That 50, he's getting, as you said, he's getting all the 50s out of that. The poison right there.
Well, you know, and I think that really is effective against this playstyle, not even against the character. But yeah, you can see Jester has just been pretty much letting it run its duration.
Interruption and right back to where MQS wants to be.
Man, straight up says, take the poison.
Yeah, Vega's like, all right, you got it.
I know about this toxic life. My beauty definitely does that. Oh, no cancel into the V-trigger there. Maybe just tried to take a little bit of a risk to figure that MQS would be expecting the V-trigger cancel, so maybe try to rob a turn there, but not going to happen. Nice neutral jump.
Right back to the situation. However, Jester Power with the life lead. He has Fang cornered, kind of. Fang is in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jester Power has him cornered.
Right, yeah, you've really been putting up this wall, and the poison, yeah, the rebend is down once again. And we'll see if Jester, yeah, I was going to say try for the EX. I thought it was going to be the Barcelona. Try for the EX wall dive instead. Oh, it punished the V skill?
Is that stun? It's not! So close!
He actually does get the anti-air with the V-trigger activation. He has to follow it up. Bam, getting a lot of damage out of it.
No, this character, on the right circumstances, he's real damaging. However, he's in big trouble.
Yeah. Pull the sleeves back, put a little elbow grease in it. Metal Queer Solid win the first game.
Well, I gotta say, it basically went like how you were talking about.
Right? That's one of the things, right? Like, that's something I've noticed about Fong players against really patient players. They actually get a little bit more out of that poison than most, right? If you're content with just playing that neutral and waiting, I mean, it's gonna add up. So yeah, I really like it. And as you mentioned, when he was in the corner, it didn't feel like he had him cornered.
No,
he was like, I am in control. I don't care if the back is to the wall.
It's just like resting on the wall, leaning there, hanging out.
And yeah, a lot of harassment with the coward crouch stance as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're really putting the plus frames on him.
Oh,
Nice.
Here we go. It's time maybe for Just Power. This is the first time he's really had. No!
Yeah, it's unfortunate. V-skill doesn't get the slowdown though on the throw, so still offense for MQS and just fighting all these coward crouch plus frames.
That down strong was like 100 damage with Gray Life. Safety. Oh, that's a punish. Oh no, it could have been! And instead it's going to be MQS.
Yeah, he's going to be the one with the punish on the heavy Barcelona roll. Oh, and then catching him reaching. That poison taken down as well. The V-trigger is ready for both sides. Oh, interrupting, and it's actually a stun. I wasn't even keeping my eye on that. Metal Queer Solid on set point.
The way that he just charged back right there without trigger, I love that pressure from MQS. He's calling out some really specific options from Jester Power.
Look at this. Yeah, it really feels like Jester is afraid to press buttons on the ground at this point. MQS picking everything correctly. The poison, just stick it on him. So much Gray Life on Jester Power's side as well.
Oh my God, he's in
Look
big
at
trouble.
this, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
And be able to
Best
build.
way to not get hit is to be doing the hitting.
That's very true. Ooh.
But he's still got like 50 at least in Gray up there.
Oh,
that crouching short never has done more damage.
The German suplex puts him back into the corner, though. Still good for Jester despite losing that life. MQS, though, we've seen as soon as he gets started, he's done a great job. Poison is just ticking down. Oh, he actually recovered in time not to get clipped by the V skill.
Okay.
Nice, the V break coming through. We're going to put it into some of that poison as well.
Okay, he's out of there, but he doesn't have any more red bar, and MQS has that trigger ready to go.
That crouch medium kick has been putting in extra work for MQS as well. Oh, too far.
Oh, here we go. It's a big chance.
At the end of the V skill. V break successful once again. So, you know, MQS is looking to pull those sleeves back when he gets the opportunity to do so.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Oh, no! No V-trigger to cancel into that time. That is it. MQS 2-0 over Jester Power. And yeah, I mean, like you said, bro, at least it's not 9th place this time.
It's not 9th place. It is 13th place for Jester Power. Yeah, I really, really like a lot of what we saw from MQS.
MQS played so well,
Really
man, that
good.
Fong, dude. And, you know, he's been doing a great job leveling up himself. Playing Fong for a long time. But I think even with you playing a character for a long time at a high level, I think seeing something like Mono definitely adds to the confidence, right? Seeing that the job can get done, and he's out here doing work as well. Now, one match away from that top 8.
That's right. All right, let's take a look back on some of the stuff that we saw. Again, his pressure was great. Neutral game was really strong. This was really the one, I guess this and one other chance were really the 2 times when Jester Power had offense. Yeah. Other than that, it was almost all MQS.
Yeah, doing a really great job just kind of letting Jester Power play the game he wants to play and beating him at it, really. It was a great stuff on the ground, constantly harassing with the coward crouch stance. He really just picked pressure sequences that Jester Power couldn't find the gaps in. And because of that, he really never got many turns on offense. And when you don't get many turns, you don't control the possession of the ball, so to speak. And you are going to lose most of the time. So good stuff to MQS. Moving on, going to be facing Gunslinger in that round 2. That's a heavy-hitting matchup. We're going to be moving on now to AKA Jones and Mao's Problem X.
Yeah, this is a very interesting one, especially to see in losers. Problem X, you all know. You know Problem X out there. You know him, former EVO champion, of course. guy who has had a lot of success, even at Red Bull not too long ago.
Exactly.
He has been really strong. It's just that he finds himself in losers because Soundboy sent him there.
Yeah, and Soundboy, we saw 2-0 in his winner side match, right? I believe. Oh, he's one of the 2 winner side matches to go 2-0. So, yeah, that Cody has been a problem, and we'll see Problem X going up against AKA Jones. Obviously, he is a champion caliber player, as you mentioned, Red Bull Kumite champion, Evo champion. So I suspect he will only get powered up in the losers bracket.
That said, I mean, I will say this. I don't think that he is quite as strong in the sort of net world as he is offline.
Oh, okay.
I think he's still one of the best on earth, but I don't think that there's the full power there. Some people, you know, it's just a different game. I don't think you need to look at it negatively, but it is a little bit different. And I don't know. He finds himself in losers. I think that's relevant. As far as Jones goes, a.k.a. Jones Arcade, he's a very strong Ken. And speaking of Red Bull, he won the LCQ at Red Bull Kumite London in order to get into that event where he did good work. He's got really good knowledge, very strong player himself. Let's hear what the players had to say. From Mouse Problem X, it's always a good match when we play.
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 players that have been playing for quite a while, right?
Sure.
AKA Jones. I know him more as Jones Arcade. Yeah, he's been around the block for quite a minute in the UK scene. So let's see what he has to say in response to Mouse Sports Problem X. Bruh. Straight up. Bruh, he's like, I got to face Problem X?
I know.
My first match in top 16 losers?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be one of the guys in winner's bracket.
This
What am I doing? Oh, man.
Oh, wow. All right. By the way, he was sent here by Ending Walker.
Oh, nice. And Indy Walker played super well in the winner's side match. We saw him with that Ed, right?
Yeah.
And wow, that's funny that he actually got sent to it because he plays Ken as well, right? So that infectious match was also the same matchup that he had played. So definitely interesting to see if they run into each other again and how Jones is going to respond to this. Problem X got a couple of characters. I know he played the Alex at Red Bull Kumite. We'll see if he plays it again here. I always like seeing it.
I'm looking for Bison. I would like to see Honda. It's Bison. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I think Bison does really well versus Ken. I've heard that from Ken players as well.
Fair enough.
And yeah, I mean, he's just, you know, he outranges Ken. He gets to harass Ken. Ken doesn't have a 3-frame button. It's hard for him to get out of some situations. He's got to bet big on Dragon Punch.
Yeah,
I don't want to say that it's a helpless matchup, but I do think that Bison has the advantage.
Yeah, enough merits for Bison to warrant the pick here.
Yeah.
So, of course, Jones on the other side, he's been slowly approaching, right? Not trying to whiff anything. Definitely respecting the caliber of player that Problem X is, but we're already in the corner. And maybe it needs to be a little bit more disrespectful. Nice up forward.
I mean, I guess that is disrespectful, right? He just popped right out of the corner.
Yeah, it's a very viable option in Street Fighter V, though, right?
100%,
we see it all the time at top level. Yeah, but he's definitely a careful approach. Wow. Actually going with the fierce. I thought he might have crossed up.
That is one of the things that I think Ken has to say in this matchup. Yeah, he goes to this guy again, just because it's not that easy for Bison to anti-air. There's a lot of ranges where he struggles at it.
Oh, it's V-shift in response to that. Yeah, especially from that range, like that cross-up range. Crouch Fierce a lot of the time is not going to work out, so Problem X will have to look for like the up-back hell attack, something like that.
Ooh, okay. Right into plus frames. Real slow play again as he backs off. Ooh. Jones with that trigger too. Hoping to find some way into it, hoping to see something he can whiff punish.
Oh man, this
Problem's
camping.
not pressing buttons at all.
Both of these players brought out the s'mores, the ghost stories. Oh, okay, wait, Jones, he doesn't have a lot of time left, but yeah, I was going to say start abusing the throws while you can because he's probably going to take them.
Can he? Oh, I was looking for V-trigger, maybe not.
Oh, yeah, the Problem X, I love that at that point, right? Knows the time is ticking. He's got to approach, puts out the stand fierce, and then the scissor kick. Expert first round. Oh, stand medium kick now, putting a stop to Jones. Pull a look to a look with that fireball game, and you see the crouch fierce not even working out there.
Right? So Problem is cornered. Jones at a very conservative spot on screen. He can whiff punish scissors here. He can anti-air here if Bison jumps, but he's giving up a lot of space.
Definitely is trying to play that game where he's making Problem come to him. Does risk the jump in at the last moment.
Yeah. I really like this movement from him right now. And even the Great Life is relevant. Yeah, there it is.
Finally. Problem X, I think, felt a little bit pressure to put some type of offense on the table. Jones finally finds the jump in. There's just not been a single anti-air.
Into pressure. A little bit for Jones anyways. He backs off.
Beautiful slider right there, catching the jump back. Oh no, but the neutral jump. Big punish here. Jones gonna hold on to that meter though. Wants all the resources available for that potential third round. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually gonna spin some there. Well done.
2 for 2.
Yeah, on the EX reversals. Honestly, I want to see a problem like tries to prioritize some of these jump back hell attacks or what, because Jones has been jumping out a lot.
That has been a bigger factor as this goes on. The thing is that Jones isn't always doing it. He plays a lot like this for 10, 20 seconds. And so when is that going to turn into jumping? It's not that easy to say.
For sure. It's been, I think, very hard to read when he's going to go. And you see again the Fierce when he's ready for it, that EX Tatsu has been dodging it.
Ooh, he's stealing some turns in here, but Problem's ready on defense.
I love that V reversal. Don't let Problem get those plus frames. He's going to have him there anyway.
Okay. All right. Yeah, people typically do cancel that into a sphere.
Yeah, you can see they're very familiar with the matchup, very familiar with each other's play style, honestly.
Oh, he's looking for it again, and what a genius. Problem X just saw him strike through it, so why do it again?
Oh, and still, though, Joe's waking up with the reversal. Not scared to do it. Bishop gets a slowdown, but he dodges the EX anyway, and now Jones just parked the down back again until that the jump timings.
That's all the V-meter gone for Problem X.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, it's a chance. No! It's a big opportunity again. It's not the kill quite yet.
Wow, the stand fierce.
Jones backs off. Oh, it's Problem's turn. Oh, okay, Jones busts out to take game number 1, and Problem X is in trouble already in loser's side. Hasn't made the qualification yet for himself. He's got to win 2 games now, and then all the matches after that.
My man Jones, no conditioner on this man's side, only shampoo, right? He did not deter from the EXDP once it got baited out on the non-cancel Psycho Blast. He woke up with an EXDP right after. The next time he goes for a cancel on the Psycho Blast, he DPs it. Like, you have not been conditioning this man.
I think you're right. The Problem's got to look more for, look, 2 solutions maybe, right? One is just offense, and you're in there, and who cares if the guy's jumping, because, you know, you're in there anyway. But the other is that, yeah, maybe look for jumps. Looks like it's the first one right now as he's in there, big time.
Yeah, definitely right. That crouch fear is finally working out because he doesn't have an EX bar, right? So definitely much more confident in utilizing that button. Beautiful combo.
Really great adaptation. Super good adaptation by Problem X. Not just in the spacing and the strategy, but in the timings right there, like at the end.
Yeah, for sure. Now Jones, he has a bar here, so if he wants to risk that jump, maybe get past that crouch fierce that had been plaguing him in the last round. But right now, this is what we've seen a lot of Jones was just down backing until that moment where he picks for jump. Another EX.
Man, the success rate. Oh, he followed up.
And that was scary. He was chasing down Problem.
Dude, the different timings are so good for Jones right now.
Yeah, the
air game is really legit.
And now, well, again, the regular Tatsu. You can see Problem X a little bit hesitant now to bring out the anti-air. Oh, and then interrupts the down forward fierce with that Psycho Axe away. Nice damage off this and close to the corner. Even catching the back tech with a jump in.
Yes. Problem, other side. Patience for Jones.
Oh, he tried to do something. And a great confirmation to the CA. That was a veteran stuff from Problem X. My man's been playing Bison for a hot minute.
That was a sick conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it that Jones tried? Was it a fierce? Was it DP? I don't know. I didn't quite see it in time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Like, from the brief frames that we got that I saw, I want to say it was fierce DP.
Yeah,
right?
It looked like fierce to me.
Yeah, it looked like fierce DP. So, unfortunate, right? That is not the anti-air version of the move. It's usually the medium version of the DP. And at that time, though, of course, the HDP does have its merits in this game in terms of just, like, the speed, the range on it. Obviously, the reward is really great as well. So, yeah, I don't know if it was just him risking that or what.
Well, again, really good adaptations by Problem X. Jones trying to make some of his own. He's trying to call out forward movement, like down forward fierce or scissors.
Oh, wow, the Tatsu. So I guess that might be why he hasn't been trying as many air-to-airs as well. Pushing low for now, but we already have this corner where Ken is lethal. Checking the forward dash. Oh, no, anti-air just gets clobbered by that jump fierce. And then the throw stun. That's going to be the round for Jones Arcade.
For a lot of this, Problem X, even though Jones has been in, he's teched well, he's blocked well, his defense has been good, but that round in particular was all Jones on offense.
And that was rough. That is definitely what Ken's capable of in this game. Oh, gets stuffed right back to the ground as he tries to take it to the sky.
Right.
Yes, universal, don't let the plus frames happen. Finally.
Yeah, Problem had backed off to a range there. Oh, here he goes!
Yeah, just that stand. He's probably catching a forward from Jones.
I think so too. Jones is out.
Nice, again, really putting himself at that proper anti-air spacing now. Oh, the stand fierce. And, with Problem X being so good at adjusting his positioning, I want to see if Jones takes a little bit more risk on the ground, right? You can see Problem is definitely prioritizing being in that space where that crouch fierce is going to anti-air. But Jones has still just been parked to that down back and then risking the jumps. Whether it be neutral, whether it be jump forward with the different Tatsus, there's the fierce.
It's our first jump back strong in the set. It's final round.
Yeah, definitely. And especially with how much Jones has been taken to the air, that was definitely a missed Tatsu.
As a result, Problem X in there. Harassing still did connect, just in range. But Problem X is still feeling comfortable. You can see him. There he is.
100%.
He doesn't need the move. He's at a range where he can anti-air, maybe he's even outside of range. Oh!
All right, the plus frame just respecting them here. Yeah, he finds the EX dodge. That's what he was looking for earlier. Oh, the V-break actually coming through.
Jones in big trouble.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Jones tried on that V-break, but he does catch him low anyway. Wait a minute here. He's going to get a juggle. Put him all the way in the corner.
And we saw at the beginning of this game how strong he can be up close. It's not going to happen as Problem X with the jab into cancel stays alive.
That was Beast Problem X with the reactions right there. Seeing the whiff throw, hitting him with the jab punish. No nonsense. Way to go and way to make it into the second round of Losers Top 16, right? That was a close one. Good stuff to Jones Arcade, of course, representing the Ken. Very well done. But yeah, and I mean, Problem X said at the very top, right? Whenever they play, it's a good match, and we saw another one.
It definitely was, yeah. But congrats to Problem X for staying in this thing and for moving on. I got to tell you, the way that went back and forth was a treat to watch.
Yeah,
that is very interesting that Ken can get behind in that way. That seems super important in the match.
Yeah, right. And I mean, that's part of what costed Jones in that last round, man. That was the first time we saw an execution error on the jump EX Tatsu. And it really ended up resulting in Problem X getting the anti-air, maintaining the quarter pressure, really giving him control of that last round. So, I mean, we see all important. These are just one mistake, two mistakes at this level of play can cost you the entire set. So great stuff from Problem X. Going to be moving on to face Broski in round 2. Oh, my goodness.
What a matchup right there. That's, again, two players who got, I think, top 5, if I recall correctly. Yeah, both were top 5, and Problem X was second place last time. So that's going to be a killer one. We're not going to go there yet. After this, Joker Jokes and RSN Bolt Strike's going to be one to watch. Then we'll have Shax versus Muscle Noob. But first, you know what I heard? I heard that Tommy out there. I know you. I see you. I see you. I heard that you have not entered PlayStation tournaments. That's
Tommy,
what I heard.
How could
Tommy,
you, bro?
come on, get it together. Go to compete.playstation.com to learn more about PlayStation tournaments and find more Street Fighter V action. The CFN Fairy told me.
Ooh.
I know it. You better get on this thing.
Damn, the CFN Fairy snitching on you?
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
I have some connections.
I believe that, of course. And you could also connect to the Capcom authorized mobile game Street Fighter Duel, now available for download in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. Other regions are also coming soon. Keep a lookout for more news on the global release and get ready to join the journey with millions of players to find out who is the best fighter in the world. So we'll give you all time to sign up over at compete.playstation.com. Check out the authorized mobile game if you're in those areas while we take a quick break and be back with the rest of Round 1 Losers Top 16.
Time to fight, time to fight. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fight, time to fight. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are Street Fighters.
So, you really want to go through the trouble? Fine. All clear! Easy mode too much? Sucks to be you. I'm always ready for a fight. Let's go! After it! Fear my strength! Have a taste of this! Don't take this personal! I'll show no mercy! This is for my fellow hunters!
And welcome back once again to the Capcom Pro Tour 2021. This time we are holding down the UK and Ireland 2 for the CPT. The top 16 is going down, as we said before, on all UK affair as we are getting it underway. We've already got our top 8 winners decided. Of course, I am Rinjin. This is Ultra David. We have most of our top 16 losers round 1 decided, but we got a couple of matches to go, right? So let's get to the bracket and see what those matches are exactly. First off, it's going to be Joker Jokes versus Bolt Strike, and then it's going to be Shax versus Muscle Noob. Now, Joker Jokes versus Bolt Strike, right? Joker Jokes, we heard, plays an abundance of characters, mainly Dawson, but the Akira has been coming out recently. But I think the most interesting note to me, shouts to Logan Sama for this, is that his brother plays Vega. So he should be very well versed in this matchup against Bolt Strike.
Yeah, man. I mean, his brother, Jester Power, right? We just saw.
Oh, there you go.
A little bit ago. Yeah, exactly. So, so doing really good. I like that a lot. I think it's really cool to see family affairs in that kind of way. It's something that we've actually been seeing a little bit of lately, which is always super fun in the FGC. So yeah, not sure which character he's going to go with. I'd be happy either way. I really like watching both of those characters. But for Bolt Strike, this is another guy who can be using multiple different characters. His Claw is the best, that we maybe know the most of. But we've also seen Gil from him. We've also seen Urian from him over the years. So he's got a lot of success too. He got 9th last time at the CPT UK Ireland #1. Let's hear what the players had to say.
Indeed, indeed. First up, who's it going to be? Bolt Strike. I'm playing a very good friend in Joker. Lovely guy and very, very underrated player who can play multiple characters. He's actually been one of the main providers of Vega Tech for both myself and his brother Jester Power. I wish him all the best for our match. He called him a lovely fella.
Aww.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that compliment.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right. What do we got for the next one? No, I think that's great. That's for Joker jokes. He says, Bolt Strike equals legend and a top-tier friend. Honestly, wishing you all the best for next year. However, because I'm afraid your road ends here, bro. Big up, blood brother Jester Power, for making it through to top 16 too. If I don't do the thing, he will. Oh no, I pronounced it wrong.
The ting.
Yeah,
David,
my
the
bad.
ting.
Look, I'm from a different place. If I have to verse Jester though, I'm coming for blood and the TV remote.
Oh man. My bad. I'm from a different place.
My bad.
That got me good. Oh, man. But, man, you can see he called him a top-tier friend. These fellas obviously have a good relationship.
Very cute. Very cute.
Yeah.
I mean, Bolt Strike's been around for a long time in the London scene.
Yeah.
He used to use Gen back in SF4. He's been around.
Yeah, so it's dope, right? Definitely one of the veterans of the scene, one of those generational players, has definitely watched the rest of the scene blossom along with him. So we shall see if he can do the ting or not.
Thank you.
Today. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see indeed. And I want to see what the characters are going to be because we do have a couple of options. Ooh, so we are not going to see the Vega. I was hoping for Akira versus Gil, but I'll take Akira versus Urian. I like that too.
Yeah, Gil's not a common character. Would have been cool, but Urian's always fun to watch. And Akira, again, I really like this character. I think she plays at a really interesting range. And it kind of makes sense to me to be like a Dalsum Akira player. Because she's got these kind of like farther mid-range fierce and roundhouse than other characters do. It really connects from far away. I mean, they're not safe if you do them up close, but at range, they're usually cool. And up close, she has a lot of snowballing. She can do some interesting stuff. She's got plus frames here when this comes into range. But yeah, I like look at this range of this character.
Yeah. And another thing is that her walk speed is a lot faster than Dalsum's, right?
Oh, for sure.
So because of that, these normals can be utilized at a similar Dalsum range just because you're walking forward into them. Ooh. Yeah, no confirmed. Didn't maybe have the charge ready, but he did have the enhanced fireball. It's going to be big damage. Already in the corner. Yeah, you didn't want to get counter hit. That would have been led into stun. Oh, but we will find the stun anyway. A couple of power bombs will do the trick.
Wow, a perfect even. A 38-second perfect. And that whole sequence started by dashing forward, by taking that turn.
That's that classic Urian stuff, right? Dash very quick. Oh, try for that coral kick. And I like him bringing out the coral kick, right? Since Akira is trying to play at this longer range, that is Urian's longest button.
Okay. Both powering up a little bit. They got the flashing skills.
Yeah, you're right. Both enhanced for that V skill. We already saw a Bolt Strike. Oh, the headshot. All right,
first knockdown. Yeah, 100%.
In the corner we go. And the elbow outside that ring. You see how far it pushes her back. You definitely can't really poke back with lights a lot of the time.
Bolt Strike's a dangerous man. Scheming for that one hit into business. He's looking for it. Ooh.
Gonna make the deal or gets to the Fierce. Oh, wow. Oh, he got the enhancement off and checks the jab afterwards.
Best case for him.
Literally. Oh, he eats the fireball afterwards. Now it's time to play the game. Oh, no, it's not.
Still in there, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
One more mirror to his name, though. We're going to get a close summon. No, actually just takes the full summon, catches them off guard. And one more Batista bomb to take the first game.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, again, that first round was started off by Bolt Strike kind of dashing forward at an unexpected time, stealing a turn right there. That second time, though, he needed a little bit different play than that. I mean, I guess you might say that Joker started that off by kind of same idea, dashing forward into his own EX air projectile, had similar idea. Didn't like how it went. Yeah, it sounds like we're going back to the lobby. Could be, just thinking about it, but also could be to switch characters.
Yeah, definitely, right? Joker Jokes got a plethora. He's got a roulette of characters. The Dhalsim is the one he's done the most business with up until this point. So we could probably see him switching to that. I mean, against Urien, I think it's a little bit scary for sure, but I mean, he'll feel more comfortable on the Dhalsim most likely.
Yeah, I think that might make sense. You know, years ago, that seemed like a really hard matchup for Dhalsim. But I think as both characters have changed and as people have gotten more used to the matchup, it doesn't really feel that way as much now. The way that Dhalsim can float kind of like just above where tackle is, just above where projectile is, can be really effective. He can get underneath the projectile too. He can just harass at range effectively. So I think that Dhalsim does have a lot to say in this match. He's a pretty good character. I mean, I'll be honest.
Right? Definitely a pretty good character.
It's Akira anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, when it comes to just playing against Urien, it's just scary in general, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if you're good in the neutral against him, it's just like at any moment it feels like everything could just fall apart. His dash speed just being so quick, being so elusive. And then, of course, the aegis. We don't even got to talk about that. So let's see if Joker Jokes can bounce back a little bit with this Akira, because it did look solid.
Yeah.
Now, Bolt Strike obviously very clean on the Urien, seeing that Coral Kick usage, but he can definitely get it done with his Akira.
In there, at least for a grab.
Yeah, recover. It had to be just in time after that fireball to not get clipped. Oh, the Coral Kick, and yeah, close enough to get the jab follow-up. That's rough.
Bolt Strike's doing such a good job of taking up these interesting ranges. And just like that, Joker Jokes is in trouble. Oh, he changed triggers. I didn't notice. Okay.
Oh. In the wall bounce.
All right, so he's going to come and hang out. We didn't see him last time. Heads up, it stayed on the same side.
Beautiful stuff. Using the air fireball and then baiting out the EX to get the round. My goodness. That's amazing what a little Daigo in your life can do, huh?
Yeah, that trigger too he had previous time, which is interesting. You know, you can get plus frames out of it, you can get some sequences out of it, but that trigger one I feel is really, really strong. I'm happy to see him there.
Yeah, I do like V-Trigger 2 for sure, but I mean, it's good to see. Undeniable how much that V-Trigger 1 can really pay off. Oh, no. Yeah, committing to the tackle. It's going to be a clean punish for Jokes. All the way into the corner we go. V skill enhancement as well. Like that, just taking that. Already has a life lead, right? Oh, wow. He's just so fast on the ground, man.
Yeah, that's the way that Bolt Strike's playing. You know, he just is very effective at being where he wants to be.
Yeah, he picks those spots. He rarely gets stuffed on his offensive approach. Oh.
Well, trigger's ready to go. Yeah, we are going to see it.
Oh, successful again.
So many tricks.
Oh, and just putting him back into the corner. Big damage. Big control as well. EX elbow to try to catch him flinching. Not going to happen. Oh, and then EX, as soon as she gets freed from the block stun. No, confirmed.
Big chance for a Bolt Strike as a result. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was a rare drop. Like, just in terms of, like, I don't even blame him for it. It just looked very funky right there.
Yeah, I got to think that was an execution error rather than just trying to go for it.
Yeah. Crouch First does not connect, but I do like him sticking with the Akira, right? Just changed the V-Trigger, and man, did that pay off. The V-Trigger both times. Just huge damage, huge opportunity off that damage as well. I mean, great stuff from Jokes.
And you get to do it so early that in that round, he could have gotten another.
Yeah.
It was definitely doable that he could have had two.
Exactly.
You do see that sometimes. Okay, so we're going back to the lobby again. Again, we have talked about both of these players having multiple characters up their sleeves. Maybe a switch away from Urien?
Maybe. I'm trying to
I do like a lot of what we're seeing out of his Urien.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Coral Kick usage has been really well done. And because of like his Coral Kick usage, he's been getting a lot of dash forwards in those ranges and has been like unchecked because of it. So I do like the way he's been playing. I mean, it was just really the Daigo, man. It was the V-Trigger getting off. And Jokes are really making the most out of those offensive turns. So I think in the neutral, he's playing just fine. I'm not sure if I would like a change here to the Vega or the Gil, just in terms of what I've seen so far.
I mean, Gil versus Akira would be pretty cool. I've never really watched that at high level, so
yeah,
it would be pretty sick.
From a spectator's point of view, I really want the Gil, 100%.
Yeah.
From what I would think give him the best chance to win,
Yeah.
I really do think it's the Urian, man.
Yeah.
Like, the Vega is really good on the ground for sure. Obviously, we've been talking about that character's walk speed. His normals are super strong. But I think Akira, like, with her range and the way she plays the game, could be a little bit funky for him to play footsies with. And I really like the way he's been approaching it with Urian, but we're going to find out now. Oh, it will be the Gil.
Let's
go.
Sick.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you know, when the thing that pleases the spectators lines up with what will give you the best chance to win, that is the W for everybody.
Interesting. All right, what do we got on deck here? Trigger 1, skill 2. Cool color.
yeah, for sure. The NWO Gil.
Look at this. He is absolutely pushing Jokes to the corner.
Yeah, man, he's harassing the power kick. I mean, he's got similar tools to Urian right on the ground, right? The same coral kick type animation. Maybe he just wants some V-trigger robbery of his own. Well, I mean, you had Aegis before, so either way. But it's really been all about this neutral so far. We got an activation.
Okay. Oh,
he tried to parry it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, he weathered the storm well enough.
Yeah.
Again, though, totally possible the Jokes can get 2. Bolt strike, hoping to catch Jokes, moving in a way that is ill-advised. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the fire javelins coming out. Yeah, Cryo can't get hit by that. That'll be retribution.
Yep. Ooh, he stole a turn with that dash. Yo, let's go.
Beautiful anti-air with the fire lance.
Okay, there's the second trigger.
Oh, no, you're right. Oh, and the
okay.
activation is here.
Now, there is a super here. Resets. No, he's not going to go for a reset. Can he even get close? I don't know. Super is just going to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Is that it's very hard to jump that super. You have to do it like super early. I'm not even sure if that will get you out of the situation. So it's definitely one of those that when you're on a pixel, I mean, it's almost impossible to avoid. But great stuff from Bolt Strike here. Really switching it up, presenting just a foreign type.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, try for the parry that time.
You see the risk, though. Okay, that roundhouse is finding its mark actually better than versus Urian. Again.
Oh, Crush countered in the corner. No anti-air.
Yeah, just moving away is Jokes. And Bolt Strike gets in. He's got the hit.
The legs finally getting clipped. He's been trying to move away, as you said, just a walk back. God, this throw. The animation always creeps me out. Or the sound.
Yeah, what's cracking?
Like, the vertebrae?
I know.
Oh.
The brother's itching to come out and help.
You know, yeah,
Itching
definitely.
to come out. Super's almost there.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it catches the shimmy.
Huge opportunity.
Oh, just taking him to the corner here.
Wow.
Yeah. Great recognition from Bolt Strike, though, knowing the matchup, knowing that it was his turn after that EX.
Looking for DP, nothing came. Oh! Yo, the parry tried to come out. The 2-framer wasn't enough. Doesn't work versus grabs, folks.
Mm-hmm. And Joe's really reading that at the end there, getting the last round. And now both players here very timid to open it up. Whoa!
Would be cool, yeah. I mean, there's a range where that works.
Oh, finds the jump in. This is huge for Jokes. Double dash forward, not gonna happen. And again, the check that time.
Nah, it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, he didn't get that V-skill enhancement that he was looking for.
I'm loving Bolt Strike's movement right now. However, Jokes is in.
Yeah, Bolt Strike with that V-trigger on deck. And be falling behind the Cairo. But you can see he stopped at a range because we've seen Jokes try to go through the projectiles before, right? Very well aware.
In there, into
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, stay a medium kick, just making sure that he harasses Jokes. Not going to let him do something for free.
What a fireball timing. Bolt Strike finds the hit. He's going to take it on the strength of that connection right there. 2 games to 1. Bolt Strike will eliminate Jokes.
Well done, man. Yeah, Bolt Strike switching to the Gil, right? I feel like what we saw in that matchup was just a lot more like distance harassment, right? I think he felt a little bit more comfortable in the fireball game. And when that V-trigger got activated, the Fire Lance definitely gave him another option kind of outside of Akira's main range. We saw the parry come out on that first Daigo, but it didn't really help him get out of the situation much. But I think that was part of the idea of picking Gil as well. And great stuff from Bullstrike, though, really making the most out of that last hit and coming through with the dub.
Super cool one to watch. Akira versus Gil. Yeah, I haven't just really seen that at a high level.
First time at this
so far,
level,
so pretty
100%.
cool. I guess I've watched like streams from Japan of people doing that, but never like in this kind of big tournament moment. So pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely cool stuff from him. And it's just dope to see this kind of evolution of the game, right? Players are picking so many characters now, and that's kind of how you have to go in a matchup-based game like this, right? A lot of the time, players are going to end up towards the end of the lifespan of the game with 3 or 4 characters in their pocket. That's just how it goes. Oh, you're like Knuckle Do and just do that from the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But definitely great stuff to Bullstrike. Going to be moving on to round 2 of Losers Top 16 before we wrap up this round 1 with Shax and Muscle Noob, right? 2 veterans, 2 mainstays, pillars of the UK scene, of course. Shax, very experienced. You know what I'm saying? Got 5th place at Capcom Cup LCQ in 2017. Had a great performance at Versus Fighting in 2018. And I know him from the Glaze gang, man. He be rocking that cami.
He got 13th at UK Ireland #1 as well. By the way, he beat Jammers on the way through. Jammers almost he was just outside top 16.
Nah, Jammers is legit, man.
He's really good. Yeah,
I got
sure.
to play Jammers when I went to Poland for Intel World Open. He is definitely a mean fella on the sticks. So big ups to Jammers, of course, as per usual. But yeah, it's going to be Shax and Muscle Noob to see who gets that second round of top 16, trying to fight for that top 8 spot. Of course, Muscle Noob, he does a lot of grinding online, right? Doesn't live in London, lives in Liverpool. So he's definitely doing most of his practicing in the net play environment, which could prove very useful in this situation.
Absolutely, man. All right, well, what do we got?
Ooh, let me hear it.
Players, please.
What the players got to say today.
First up, BOTD Muscle Noob. Shax is very tough, but anyone is beatable. It's a good perspective to keep. You know, it's true. Everybody is beatable.
Exactly. It's the any given Sunday aspect of competition, right? If someone is really on that day and the favorite is not having their best day, I mean, the upsets can happen. We see it all the time. So big ups to Muscle Noob. Let's see what Shax has to say in response. Ken is the best Shoto in the game. What? That is all.
What?
So my man, I don't think we're going to see the Cammy if he's saying that. Oh, no, Muscle Noob is the Ken.
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah, Muscle Noob's got Ken.
So apparently the self-proclaimed best V-Skill 2 Ken in the world as well for Muscle Noob.
All right, very good, very good. Yeah, look, I think Ken is legit. I absolutely think that Ken is legit. They've given him some nice little quality of life adjustments, and I think he's in a really good spot. He snowballs very well. His counterpoke game is still good. His pressure up close, nice.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot going for him for sure.
Yeah, I think his pressure up close one of the best in the game, and just the fact that they gave him a little bit more consistent confirms from that crouch medium kick really lets him start that game a lot more often. I think that's kind of what has propelled the character in the annals of people's minds. So yeah, we're gonna see it now though. Shax versus Muscle Noob, most likely Cammy versus Ken. The Laura staying on the bench. Shax do be bringing out the Laura sometimes.
But yeah, it makes sense. Cammy very strong, no doubt about that. Ken is the best Shoto in the game.
Called it.
Wow. Oh my god.
I like this outfit too. The lime green with the pink belt.
Lucky Charms Ken, yeah. Classic.
Oh,
yo, that backwards movement was sick actually from Shax. I love that.
Oh man, Shax, yeah, he is a confident player. Like, it doesn't really seem to me that he gets shook a lot of the time. That's why, oh my goodness, you can see him making the upsets that he does, but Muscle Noob right now. Ray V shift usage out the gate. Already has her in the corner, but a confirm gets her out.
Okay, trigger's ready to go for Muscle Noob. Yo, Shax, that was sick.
Oh. Just landing safely on the other side, really prioritizing, getting that corner back. Oh yeah, off the hooligan, you can't do nothing. Just backs up after that situation, gets the throw tech. And Shax, that was definitely the standard Cammy style. That's definitely what he's going to want to keep going with. Of course, Muscle Noob showing a lot of respect in this neutral to her range, and there's the confirms we're talking about.
He's got to have that, and he does. Shax not quite there.
I love that shallow cannon strike right there. Definitely a range where you feel like you want a DP as Ken for the anti-air. Oh yeah, that throw would have been stun. Big tech, honestly. That could have been the entire game.
Absolutely, yeah. Muscle Noob trying to slow it down a little bit right here. But that said, he's still getting walked backwards. Still getting hit now and then. He's got trigger.
Yes, indeed he does. We'll see if he starts fishing for, that stand roundhouse does go into the activation. Tick throw to start off. Knew that Shaxx had life to sacrifice, but he catches the fireball startup. Put that away. Doesn't actually go into that CA confirm that we're used to seeing.
Oh, no! Oh. Right. Okay. Yeah, could have been a little bit different earlier for Shaxx, but he ends up taking it anyway.
Nice job. 2-0 in the rounds. And yeah, unfortunately for Muscle Noob, we didn't even really see the V skill come into play, right? He couldn't get into that range to kind of use it to bait out throws or something like that. It was just all cammy, and every time he tried to approach, he got shut down.
Yeah, you talked about that moment where Shaxx had the very, very shallow dive kick, hoping to bait something out. I did notice that Ken kind of did a stutter step at that time, probably inputting DP, just looking for that. But that I think shows you as well that Muscle Noob has those reactions.
Yeah, right. Seeing the dive kick come out earlier than expected, so just kept it holstered. That's very important.
Now
this could be huge.
Oh, the tech, just like that. And Muscle Noob backs off. Oh, he's ready still, though.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, he's been going for a lot of throws. I like the conditioning. Finds the shimmy. Oh, and then you're trying to walk back. It's not your time to walk back. Exposes the legs, takes the round.
Yeah, I love it. That was really good pressure.
Muscle Noob doing a great reaction and recognition, really, of the type of game that Shaxx is going to bring to the table after what Muscle Noob has presented so far. Really adjusting his game plan to make sure he takes advantage of the conditioning he's led up to that point.
Yes. Absolutely, he's going to see that. He's got the corner. He gives a little bit of time in there just in case Shaxx wanted to wake up with something, but it hasn't really been what the Shaxx has chosen to do.
He hasn't been his prerogative so far. Oh, no, the fireball getting stuffed again. Actually stayed on the same side. Great confirm. Ooh, try to bait out something there. Couldn't find it.
Oh, there we go. He's in there again. Oh, okay. All right. Shaxx did it. Okay.
Yeah, Shaxx like, you want to get a little wild. We can sling the mud.
But he can't just run in there afterward. Not with V-Skill 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay! That looked like a confirm to me, too. I don't know if that was just buffer, but it looked like a confirm because it was a little late.
A little bit, yeah.
A little late on the cancel, which is great. That's what you need.
Yeah, great stuff from Muscle Noob right there, responding in kind with that, Ken. And yeah, that stand medium punch confirmed. Definitely one of the most important things to have with that character. That stand medium punch is important.
The best Shoto in the game.
Best Shoto in the game.
According to Shaxx. You know, if Shaxx loses, he's proven right.
That's the OS. That's why you got to set it up like that.
Classic.
W either way. Either I win or I lose, and I'm right.
This character and player I'm playing against is the best in the world.
Nice, Shaxx. Off to a hot start. Ooh, and this time Muscle Noob the one reaching. Be careful how many lessons you learned today, fam. Ooh, the jabs, though. Talk about the counter poke game. It worked out there.
Big caution from Muscle Noob all of a sudden after having moved around a little more confidently. Here he is.
So good. And now the tick throw game. Let's get that corner shenanigans going.
All right. Oh, no confirm.
Oh, he tried to V-shift, but it was too early. Ends up getting punished by the drill. Little hesitation there. Try to catch him pressing something with that crouch jab. Not going to happen. Muscle Noob looking for that V-trigger activation perhaps. Escapes the corner, but yeah, tried to take his turn after the EX Tatsu, and with the way it hit, and that was ill-advised.
Yeah, it wasn't going to happen. So Shaxx at match point.
Well, both players knowing the power in their crouch medium kicks. Yeah, see, showing respect afterwards, but still Shaxx taking that turn, has him in the corner. My goodness. Oh, no.
Wasn't there. Muscle Noob in big trouble. Oh, my God.
How fierce upon landing.
He's in. He's got the grab. Pressure's over, but he can slowly build this corner again.
Are we going to see the dash V skill too? Oh, we're not going to see anything. Oh, instead Shaxx just walking back after the forward roundhouse, knowing he was going to reach, and he had one more lesson to teach the man. Well done.
So Shaxx, like I said, he got 13th last time. It's going to be better than that this time. He continues to move on. Nice. Muscle Noob He is out of there. He wants you to know he's also an FPS player, but still doing bits in the FGC.
That's what I'm talking about. So,
Just a good player overall.
Yeah, there you go, right?
By the way, he's not the only person like that. There's a lot of people in the FGC who play FPS a lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah, like other genres of games.
Very common.
Yeah, in general, right?
Sure.
And like a lot of them have started in other genres of games and then have come to fighting games.
Absolutely.
You know, some of your favorites. Shout outs to IFC Yipes.
That's true.
But yeah, definitely good stuff to that first round of top 16 losers and just the first round of top 16 in general. I mean, CPT and the players that have made it this far usually are so good, and it's just always a pleasure to call the quality of matches that we see each and every time CPT goes live, and this was no different. Shaq's going to be moving on to that round 2 of losers, and the round 2 of losers in this top 16 is killer against killer after match after match.
It's super stacked, and Shax is going to be in there, of course. Yeah, that was great, right? It makes sense to me for Muscle Noob to go for a grab because it's technically your turn, but Shax walked out of it, right? That was a really, really smart choice. All right, well, here you can see who we have in round 2. Gunslinger versus MQS, Broski versus Problem X, Ending Walker versus Bolt Strike, and then Shivs versus Shax to round it out. A lot of good players in there. We are going to head to Gunslinger versus RSN MQS.
Indeed, indeed. We saw Gunslinger bring out the Zeku. And unfortunately, we didn't see much of that Zeku in that for round 1 of winners, loser side, right? Or yeah, it was a winners bracket match. So yeah, very unfortunate for Gunslinger. Didn't really get to show out with a lot of the Zeku. But yeah, MQS, man, we saw a great performance in that losers round 1 top 16 match with the Fong, just controlling the ground effectively. And I mean, that's kind of what happened to Gunslinger up against One Step Layered, right? One Step Layered controlled the ground perfectly as Karen. So obviously Karen and Fong, very different player or characters. But I mean, for Gunslinger, I think it might be still tough.
Well, I will say this. MQS in losers because he lost to Infectious.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if Infectious was playing Ken or Zeku, but if Zeku may be an insight into this matchup and how it might go, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more of what Gunslinger has on V-Skill 2. I'm not sure there will be many opportunities for that versus Fang, who can just pester you really well with up balls from far away. But if he doesn't have that stuff charged, if he's not scouting it out, then maybe there will be opportunities.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to think of like how the matchup is going to play out now, how Zeku can use his tools on the ground up against Fong. I mean, I think the Gram is a decent harassment tool up against like the Ryu Bendo, like the poison into the wall pressure. That could be decent. He could use Bushin Flip at times like that as well. So I think he's got a couple of ways to get past MQS with the Zeku. And yeah, V-Skill 2, V-Trigger 2, exactly what we expected.
All right, well, losers round 2. Winner will make top 8, and we will see them tomorrow. Loser is out of here again in the final UK Ireland CPT event of the year.
Yeah, with the way MQS played up against the Claw, already. The ferret, the fox, whatever it is.
Whatever.
The furry creature.
Some mammal.
Yeah, I like him using the V-reversal as soon as MQS, goes into the cower crouch plus frames, because that's what he was abusing before. Already in the throw, tries to get the shimmy, knew that the combo would have stunned. That's why MQS not reaching, does get the Gram, and yeah, jab is all it's going to take. Great start for Gunslinger.
It was all Gunslinger from when he got the cat out to, when he got the great pressure in the corner.
Yeah, I want to see. I was going to say he's going to back up again, probably look for the V-Skill too. There it is. And I love that from MQS, responding with the ES command dash to avoid that situation entirely. That was so smart. Oh, and then that's a way to get past the Gram stuff, though.
That was so good. Not really what he wanted, I'm sure, but it worked out as Gunslinger now gets pressure.
Yeah, great recognition that he was on the other side as well to go with the EXBP on the proper direction.
Threatening the dog. There he is. And then QS. He finds a hit. No.
Yeah, it was just a second knee. And the poison again. I was going to say, this is probably just going to be V-Skill 2, though. Through. But yeah, MQS had command that a couple of times effectively, so he didn't commit to anything afterwards.
Man, that Chinchilla's doing work down there. It's really obnoxious for MQS, as you can see.
Beautiful whiff punish right there. Had the buffer behind it as well. This is big damage. V's trigger extension. Oh no, that is the game. Had to pretty much guess for it, right? The throw was, I believe, going to stun as well, so at that point, you got to do your best. You didn't have an invincible reversal. You couldn't make them guess. And yeah, that crouch medium punch, huge reward for Zeku. So
yeah, I love how Gunslinger played it. From the distance game, worked out well for him. When he needed it, the pressure up close was there. I mean, not to say that MQS didn't have moments of his own pressure that looked good, his own approaches that looked good. But yeah, for the most part, I love what Gunslinger's doing.
Yeah, and this is kind of, you know, we saw MQS play up against a very different type of player before in Jester Power, right? It was very slow-paced, methodical, willing to kind of just wait on the other side of the screen. Anytime that's happening in a gunslinger, he's calling that V-skill and then getting right back in there.
Yes. So, I mean, we do see a change in playstyle. Oh, nice conversion from MQS.
Oh, just outside the range of the
Yeah.
EX.
Oh, that was cool. Okay. Right at the end.
Man, it's a real shame that the EX sleep didn't work out, too. He was trying to call out that V-skill. That was a very smart idea. Oh, the V-shift. It doesn't get him out of dodge,
He's
though.
alive. Hold on.
That's the corner as well. That's second knee.
Old man.
Yeah, V-reversal every time.
Okay.
Those plus frames come out, V-reversal every time from Gunslinger.
He is building a lot of V-meter, too. He
Yeah.
keeps calling the little guy.
That's very, very smart. Well, and yeah, I like that from MQS, right? Recognizing I can't let him just call V-skill for free at this point.
Exactly. Yeah, he started that last round the same way. He knows he needs to move forward.
I like it. Throwing him out of the run.
Yes,
Oh,
he
the
did interrupt it.
squeeze. Great idea. Yeah, at this point. Oh.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's maybe a reason why you can't just do that.
The run slide, another long distance option. Yeah, into the old man Zeku now. The Graham game starting to come out. Actually activates V-trigger, but dodges it with a command dash. So good.
Yeah. Takes the grab. No immediate follow-up. That's how it goes. Slide! God, that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, man. Oh, and the boost and flip at the last second, covered by whatever mammal that was. And a great stuff from Gunslinger, making sure that he was going to have to guess on that boost and flip because of the V-skill being out there.
I'll tell you, I am no Zeku player, but I feel like V-skill 2 is just like the correct choice in that matchup. After having seen that, yeah.
And
nice work.
Yeah, great stuff as well. It looked like, you know, we didn't touch on it before the matchup happened, but whenever he would do the poison, like run slide or slide would come out if he was in young Zeku form, and that really hampered the poison game from MQS.
Yeah, really good job by Gunslinger switching back and forth between the two versions as well.
Yes.
Depending on what he needed at the time. Just played that super, super well. So, Gunslinger moves forward and makes the top 8, which, again, he did last time. He was 7th place last time. He's going to start in a similar situation tomorrow.
He'll be a loser's bracket top 8 side. Our first participant there, and yeah, man, this was just great stuff. Had to guess for it right there as well. Just constantly bullying MQS into the corner, and I mean, Zeku's got a great offensive game once he gets into that range. Yeah, the back throw, and yeah, he's got these little things that just do so much damage. Like the back throw, the slide, all those things just chunk you, man, and they start adding up. It is very frustrating to deal with. So Gunslinger, again, advancing on to tomorrow. We'll see him on Sunday. And man, he's going to be playing the winner of Broski and Problem X. What a reward you'll have. But we are not going to get to that Broski Problem X match just yet, of course. We got some shout-outs to go through, of course. At first, you've been hearing the song all the time, right? Don't forget about the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 theme song going down. For more details, check out the link. This way? No, dang it, I guessed wrong. I thought, see, what I tried to do, I was like, I think it's this way, so I'm going to go the opposite way. But I should have trusted my gut that time. But yes, check them out. PKCZ have been holding us down the whole time for CBT 2021, of course. So big ups to them.
Yeah, and big thanks to PlayStation as well. If you haven't played in one of the things that you can do over there, if you haven't looked at all the information that they give you over there, please head to compete.playstation.com. There really are some really cool resources for you to get involved with the community, for you to play a little bit more, up your game a little bit. Check it out.
You can also check out SFL. Well, not really this week and the next week because it's on a holiday break. But you know that SFL is usually every Thursday when it comes to the American version of the competition over here on Capcom Fighters. That's 4 p.m. Pacific time, of course. So I'm sure there's going to be something probably airing, maybe one rerun or two going down this weekend if you've missed some of the season so far. Of course, Japan always is going down as well for SFL at the wee hours of the morning for us Americans. But it is high-level competition both in America and Japan. It is one of my favorite things going down in all of the video game competition realm, so be sure to check out Street Fighter League. And of course, thank you all so much for checking out the Capcom Pro Tour, right? We are not quite done yet. We are going to determine our last 3 participants for the loser side of top 8. When we get back, don't go anywhere.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fly, time to fly. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are Street Fighters.
go too far. Please forgive me. Job well done. Yay me!
Lock and loaded, it's time for war.
Can't start a show without the star.
This is the path of my destiny. Come on, let's turn up the heat. About time to finish this. See what I'm really made of.
I'll show you.
How do you like this?
It's time for war.
That is the truth of what you must seek.
We're in the loser side of top 16 here at UK Ireland number 2. We've already made part of our way through it. We know one of the people who will be in the top 8. We have 3 yet to decide. Let's head to the bracket and remind you who we have. I gotta tell you this next one. Next one coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I am really looking forward to Broski versus Problem X.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a huge matchup, 100% broski. We saw the Oro nearly take down Hurricane in that top 8 winners qualifying match. However, he's going to be going up against a titan of this scene, right? Who many consider the best coming out of Europe, London, whatever you want to specify it as. Problem X is at the top of that heap. And I mean, coming off of a Red Bull Kumite victory, obviously that was offline. This is online. And he's been hindered a little bit, but my man is still out here, still a threat to make top 8. I mean, he's still a threat to take the whole thing. However, broski looks very strong on that Oro, right? And of course, he's got a great Dhalsim as well. We'll see what he brings to the table.
I'm hoping to see Oro. And not just because like Oro's fun and we get to watch him so rarely, and he's so ugly and it's great. I love it. No, it's a compliment for me. I'm complimenting. Yeah. I love how they made him look in this game. But also, Dhalsim has a tough time with Bison. It's not that easy. And while I think that it's doable, again, he's a good character. I don't know how Oro versus Bison goes. I'll be honest. I haven't played that match, but I just think that Dhalsim has a tough time. Yeah, right. So I think maybe I would expect Oro here.
Yeah, I can say historically, I think Bison has given Dhalsim a lot of problems over the course of Street Fighter V. So I definitely would like to see him start with Oro. Of course, it's 2 out of 3, so it's scary to start with not your main character. But he seems very proficient at it. We saw him almost take down Hurricane, which is another one of London's best, another one of UK's best, excuse me. But the Problem X is that man, right? He's a former EVO champion. Yeah. We shall see how ready he is for the Oro. I'm not sure how much experience he has. I think he tends to mess with the new characters a little bit when they come out. But yeah, I don't know how much time he's invested into Oro specifically.
I do think it's kind of a tough player draw for broski. Whether it's Bison or Alex or Honda, I kind of think all those are good versus Dhalsim. So we'll see. Dhalsim versus Bison.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, broski with his life on the line here, gonna go with the tried and true, the main chicken. We shall see, but yeah.
I mean, regardless of character concerns, he's just most comfortable on Dhalsim, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And they've played this matchup a lot. I've actually seen a bunch of their replays playing. It does go back and forth from what I've seen.
Okay.
But, again, nevertheless, I do think it's a little tough.
Yeah, right now.
Although he's doing a great job so far. I mean, why is it tough? It's just because Dictator has so many plus frames. It's so hard to get away from him once he's in.
Okay. Nice, the slide as well.
And he's got this great movement. Although he's slow in walking, things like slide and scissors are really effective. That said, again, broski's looking good.
Then that's what I was going to touch on was that I think Dhalsim does it pretty decently in the neutral until he gets some resources, whether that's V-trigger, whether that's EX meter. That's when I think the Bison gives him real issues.
Such a good read.
Yeah, but command grabbing the V reversal, planting the seed. Yeah, he's going to have to force the block, and he gets the cross-up.
There's no jabs in this game. You can't answer air with that button. Still Bison's turn. Oh,
yes, and then just walking back, leaving him standing. And yeah, man, I mean, it's kind of what you said, right? As soon as that offense gets going, it seems such a difficult time for Dhalsim.
Yeah, and you're totally right about the resources as well. So round 1, as Dhalsim is the one you got to do in it, because round 2, this character's coming in with EX for sure.
Yeah, as you see already, the EX scissors making themselves known. And then the EX scissors, oh my goodness, once more. Yeah, good job not biting that time on the throw bait, and a beautiful challenge.
Okay. Look, that said, broski, he's got great offense. He does have the ability to do the hard Dhalsim combos, and that's a stun.
Yeah, I was going to say that the late rise ended up working out against
the range was just a pixel up. Oh my god.
Keeping the plus frames. Trying to keep this pressure in the corner here. Show him the offense that Dhalsim's capable of. Oh, there we go. The stand Fierce actually gives him the life lead off that one button, too. The reversal, not command grab that time, at least.
Oh,
that was so sick!
Using the Cycle Crusher to move his hurt box backwards? Yes. That was so good.
Oh, my. That drill whiffed because he did Cycle Crusher. That was so good. My goodness, Problem X. That was ridiculous stuff.
Super well played.
Yeah, and oh man, yeah, and one of the things that we were talking about when it comes to the scissor kick and whatnot, and what it does for Bison in this matchup, that EX scissor kick, it also, once it's on the table, it allows him to dash forward more freely, right? Because Dhalsim, you're going to be worrying about it a little bit more. Finally messes up an execution error, and yeah, unfortunately for him, that's going to be Bison's turn now.
Yeah, Problem X is going to take advantage of that stuff every time. So Problem with trigger ready to go. He wanted slide. Broski knew it. Here he is. The mix-up had been good. No, an execution error again.
That's unfortunate. Broski, still with a significant life lead. Still challenging effectively here. All right. Nice. And yeah, abandoning the stand jab. Going with that crouch strong. Real proper stuff.
Again, no second round. Starting out with EX, and Problem X is in there.
Hey, Trevor the Crouch Fear is maybe trying to call out like a 99-second EX scissor or something.
Not a bad idea. Broski's out.
Yeah, respecting the plus frames. I like him.
Stealing some turns in there is Problem. And Broski's in trouble. Didn't give into the slide. Temptation was there.
There it is. Beautiful stuff. Really waiting so he can use it effectively.
Oh my god, that was so much!
That was a lot of damage, yeah. Hey, he's got CA on deck as well. He can still do a lot of damage. Crunch counter here. Goes into it. Oh, the recognition! And Broski just back into the fight like that off Gray Life at Super, but yeah, what a tough spot to be in. The slide, you want to do something because it's negative, but the Psycho Blast is there to cover him. Oh.
Great setup. Broski stealing his own turn there. And he's in. His mix-ups have looked pretty good when his execution's been on point.
Yeah, well, I see it. Broski's punishing the scissor kick right there as well. Yeah, this is exactly the type of game you want as Dawson. Getting that early life lead does so much for you as a character.
However, Problem X is here. There's a bunch of gray life on Broski's side.
Oh, trading both players, deleting that gray life. Wow, risking the heavy slide. No V-trigger to cancel into, no nothing.
Phasing in his Problem.
I was going to say, when's the V-reversal coming back out? I like this idea from Broski.
Yeah, he waited till the right spot. He's pestering. Hold on, though. Hold on, though. He tried the knockdowns there, at least for Problem.
Oh, he actually punished the V-shift.
Oh, he's trying to make it happen. Oh, my God. Again.
Let's see this plan. It challenges and gets rid of it this time. Oh, he's not biting.
He made. Oh, my God.
Oh, and somehow Problem X still gets the W because Broski's back still to the corner. You can feel that pressure even when you have the life lead. It's just so tough to not put your hands up sometimes.
Wow, that was so good, dude. Again, I really like a lot of what Problem was doing. His offense was so strong, but yeah, what I'm still thinking about most is that utility in Psycho Crusher to go backwards. That's a combination of reacting. He saw the drill. And also knowing exactly where you are, and also having very discrete, very individualized character matchup knowledge.
Man, that was so good. And yeah, you can see right there, the seed actually takes you out of the corner a bit as well. That's, I think, why Broski got caught by that cross-up. Kind of moves you forward when it explodes, even on block. So that was a great usage from that from Problem X. I really loved this, of course. We both weren't sure if that was going to connect.
And I mean, yeah, that was bad news right there. That jump back jab that did not kill at that range. And again, possible to have a big punish on there. It wasn't a big punish, but even if not punish, it's not your turn anymore. And you're in the corner versus Bison, and it's a bad spot to be.
And it was a scrambly situation too, right? And I feel like when you're in a scrambly situation, you're always more prone to hit something. So because Broski, he could have lived from taking a throw, right? But because of how that went, and it was like a really late air-to-air hit, and then a whiff thing happened, like you as a player, it's very hard not to react with a button in that situation. So because of that, I mean, Problem X, very well aware of that, right? Takes a step back, gets out of the throw range, and then just kills them for it. So great stuff for Problem X. We'll be seeing him in top 8 Sunday, but we got 2 more people to fill out.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Let's, of course, not forget about Ending Walker coming up versus Bolt Strike. 2 very interesting players in this. When we saw Ending Walker earlier, it was a pretty close match versus Infectious. It's 2-1.
Yeah, man. Indy Walker played so well on that Ed. Like, it was a really impressive up against the caliber of player like Infectious, right? Especially early because Infectious was trying him. He was definitely testing him with a hyper-aggressive style, and he just weathered the storm. He looked very composed, very comfortable with that Ed game, just playing solid and utilizing those flickers effectively.
And for Bolt Strike, of course, he just made it past Joker Jokes in the previous round of Losers side.
Very close.
It was, yeah, very interesting stuff. Of course, Bolt Strike sent down previously by One Step Layered.
And look at that. We're seeing every character from Bolt Strike today. We saw the Uri to start, the Gil to close it out, and now the tried and true Claw here to make top 8.
All right. Going all over the map. Cool to see.
Yeah, and like we talked about, right? Very matchup dependent game. So I love seeing players with 3 or 4 characters in their tool set. Oh, Ending Walker trying to charge it up.
Thinking back to Ending Walker, his Ed, I love the neutral game. He was at ranges that were strong for himself the whole time. It's part of why I really like the Vega pick here for Bolt Strike, because he's outranging Ed. I mean, now he's in the corner, but before that, he gets to outrange Ed. He gets to play at a range that's comfortable for him and tough for Ending Walker. Oh, hold on.
Ooh, the slide punished heavily. And then a throw after the plus frames, just taking it. Taking the plus frame throws.
That was so much.
You can't afford another one, though. And just backing up. V-Trigger on deck, activates it here.
Oh, wow.
And Bolt Strike, again, not canceling into the V-Trigger. Interesting, interesting. But yeah, I love Ending Walker. He used that V skill from long distance too at the start of that last round. Like, you know, that's an option you do have when Vega's trying to outrange you on the ground.
So far going great for Ending Walker. He's already got the corner. 10 seconds in.
That stand medium kick, like that usage was to do exactly what it did, and that's to stop the jump preemptively.
Oh, here we go. Bolt Strike's out of the corner. He can press if he wants. Oh my God, wake up dash.
Let's go.
That's so sick.
He knows. It was like, that will definitely get away from him. Take the quarterback as well. Gets the shimmy. Mans was reaching. He is teaching lesson after lesson right now.
Oh, Bolt Strike. Oh, no. Ending Walker. What a round. From calling out exactly what Bolt Strike was going to do for Oki, trying to get that jump, and dashing under into fantastic corner pressure in both rounds. I loved it.
Yeah, I was like, just played it textbook style and really great up against the Vega, man. And yeah, I was with you. I thought this was going to be tough for Ed on the ground.
Yeah.
100%. But he's just doing a great job really closing that distance where Vega is successful at and really shines in the matchup. So yeah, Bolt Strike, we've seen him play a couple of other characters. It sounds like we're going all the way back to the lobby. Who knows if it's just to break up the momentum, switch V skills. But, I mean, with the way that game looked, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he played somebody else.
Yeah, I feel like the way that game went, you may want a character like Urain who at least has something invincible. It's slow, right? It's not a fast EX option, but it is at least something, and that's an option that Gil doesn't have. I guess Ed had it. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. So for Urain, that may be the option. It's not an option that Vega has. It's not an option that Gil has, not in the same way at least.
That's a good point, yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, on the other hand, maybe he wants to have more control of the situation, and if buttons didn't do it, maybe projectiles, although I think Ed's a good character.
Yeah.
Ed does have anti-projectile V-skill options to get through stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. I think no matter what he brings out here, it's going to really take him playing super well to take down Ed right here in Ending Walker, because all those matchups, I think they could definitely win, but they're not easy. And with Urain, I do like the idea of having an invincible reversal. As you said, it's a little bit slow. I don't think Ed, it didn't seem like he did as much like crouch jab pressure, like, you know, that which would bypass the EX headbutt. But, of course, once you see Urain on the table, you're going to be more prone to doing so. And he's going to stick with the Vega, though.
Yeah. Did he have maybe V-skill 1? I don't remember seeing either V-skill in that first game.
Yeah. I don't recall.
But he's got V-skill 2 now, so he's got an invincible option.
Unfortunately for him, right, he has been pushed to the corner so early in these rounds that even with the V skill, it might not work out as much as he wanted. But right now, this is where you want to be, of course. Huge life
interestingly,
lead.
playing without the claw. Okay, well, now in pressure. Okay.
Yeah, but he's doing a lot of work without the claw, which is definitely surprising to me as well, considering that, like, we figured the range would be Vega's biggest option, our biggest advantage.
Sure.
Oh, wow. I like it.
Is that enough? No, yeah, it's not very much.
Oh, okay, no punish on that. Brings the claw back out, but does get guard broken. When you want to bring him towards him. Oh, I like that V reversal, and then the neutral jump to avoid another one.
Okay, Bolt Strike, looking a lot stronger.
Yeah.
A lot more, like, intentionally offensive playstyle.
Definitely.
And that might have been the start of what he wanted right there, too.
Good stuff, yeah. Really being much more active in the neutral on the ground. You can see even right there on hit, having the crouch medium punch ready.
Yeah, this is kind of the style that I thought we were going to see. This rangy stuff, he's very active. It's more active for sure. But still, he's playing a lot of successful stuff at range.
Yeah, I really like it. Even bringing out the neutral jumps at the perfect time. Knowing he has a big life lead, so he's not getting caught reaching right here. Just taking the gray life and chip.
All right. It's a chance for Ending Walker.
Wow. Just a raw. It's raw.
In. Bold Strike was patient.
Yeah, I really love that, right? He had been throwing him after that consistently, so he tried for the throw tech bait, not going to happen, and Bold Strike active, as we said. Looking aggressive, even on the wake up, even on hit, my man's is there. He's recognizing the ranges and really knowing when his character is at an advantage, right? Like, it doesn't matter if I'm on hit or block. I have better normals. I have longer normals. So if you got to dash in to make something happen, he's going to check it.
He played at a great range. His offense was there when he needed. Yeah, it looked good. Okay, right back in, of course. Ed is the character for Ending Walker.
Ooh. Okay, confirm. There's the check on the dashes again.
Hey! Oh. Wow, that's already stunned? 10 seconds in?
For real. See the stars real quick. Gets the knockdown. Oh, that looked like he threw his throw.
It was real weird looking. Yeah, I agree. Bold Strike, I don't know if he's just hoping that people don't punish because they're expecting a really late trigger cancel or what.
Yeah.
But that's happened a bunch of times, not just in this match, but previously.
Mm-hmm. And now it's a set point for Ending Walker. Again, remember, we're in 2 out of 3 land. Oh, let them charge it up. Yeah, that's going to be plus frames. Did commit to the DP. Maybe trying to catch him thinking it wouldn't come out, try to take a turn early.
Okay, he's out of there at least.
Oh, yeah, and just uses it for that exact thing, just to escape.
It's Ending Walker, hoping to catch something. Bold Strike patient. I am not seeing nearly as many buttons out of Bold Strike right now as we saw in the previous game, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely still playing a little bit more timid, and no, he's finding himself in the corner again. He built another EX bar. Nice job on the call out.
Okay, no meter for Ending Walker. Wow, okay, he's out of there though.
Yeah, and man, that was a risk from Bold Strike too. And Ending Walker, he didn't eat that much damage for it, honestly. So he's got to be feeling pretty okay.
Oh, here he is. Okay, the old okey-doke to the other side.
Cross up in the corner, takes down Ending Walker. We are at a final round. Oh, try to delay it again. Bold Strike had the EX bar to go through it, but instead just weathering the storm. Can't get that dash for free afterwards.
At least a jab for Ending Walker. Taking what he could get in that situation.
Yeah, we talked about with his play style, every little bit of a lead is so important.
He's chasing, and it's honestly effective. The Bold Strike is finding it really tough to find a situation that he can actually play confidently in. Here he is, maybe now. Not for long.
Oh, wow. Yeah, immediately using that V skill to get back into the close range. That was so smart from Ending Walker, and there's a lot of recovery on that move, so it's very hard to like jump out after you whiff it.
Great moving for Bold Strike. He's got all the resources he can get. And he backs off.
Oh, he actually counter-poked the forward fierce that time. That was wild.
Ooh.
They're going close. Oh, yeah, going to activate off it that time. Oh, keeps it holster. Doesn't bring out the EX Fireball. Knows that Bold Strike is willing to do the EX Barcelona roll. Oh, sick!
Bold Strike in. Again, the dash from Ending Walker. He knew exactly what to expect. The juggle.
Knocked his mask off, too. He's going to be taking extra damage.
Yo, the patience paid off from Bold Strike. This might be enough. No, hold on.
Oh, and yeah, that was scary because he didn't have his claw. It could have been command throw after the jump in. V-reversals away. Only. Oh, no! He actually gets it. Ending Walker juggling the fireball with the DP and taking it 2-1 over Bold Strike.
That was a really sick conversion at the end.
Yeah.
Great awareness to know exactly what was up and what might come up even. And he was right, and he had exactly the right solution. That was great. Good job. So he qualifies for top 8.
Yeah, great stuff from Ending Walker, and he had really been abusing that like fireball follow-up timing, right? We see in the corner he uses the EX immediately for the plus frames and for the tick throw situations, but a lot of the time he had been delaying it too to catch him trying to take a turn early, or you even saw the Barcelona roll, but he came through with it at the end. Another delay and another W.
So Bold Strike ends in 9th, and that is exactly where he ended up at UK Ireland #1.
Ouch. That never feels good. Unfortunate for him, but Good stuff to Indy Walker, 100%. Good stuff to Bullstrike as well. Definitely one of my favorite players to watch. He's been holding it down on this Vega for so long. Definitely playing the character throughout Street Fighter V's lifespan, even when most people abandon him.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see him still doing work, of course. 9th is definitely an unfortunate placing to get, but Indy Walker showing out with Ed, and you really got to celebrate his gameplay because he has been phenomenal all day.
I think that was so fun to watch and great work to him. And again, we're going to see him tomorrow. So we have one more match. It will be Shivs versus TLR Shax.
Shivs versus Shax. And of course, Shivs in the unfortunate position of being the player that lost the very first game of the day and has to play in the very last game of the day. So I always think that's such an unfortunate spot to be in because you got to keep warm somehow. And usually it's probably like playing like online or something. We'll see if he's been practicing the matchup in the meantime. But we'll see. Yeah, Shax, of course, playing the Cammy. It just squeaked it out over the Ken in the previous round. But we're going to see how he fares up against his next opponent.
Yeah, Shivs, of course, had Menat, played versus a Soundboy. That was a 2-0 for Soundboy. Again, I liked some of what we saw out of the Menat, and we've seen him be very effective with that character in the past.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably what we're expecting here even still.
Yeah, and when it comes to Menat versus Cammy, when I think about it on paper and whatnot, I mean, it's all about being able to contain Cammy, right, if you're Menat, and I think she can very easily get rushed down. Obviously, Cammy's such a fast character, and Menat got a little bit more time in regards to her buttons and whatnot, a little bit lengthy in terms of the duration. So because of that, I'm looking to see how Menat really responds to those situations, right, how Shivs is going to make sure that he just doesn't get cornered quickly and overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. No, I mean, I really like both of these players. They both have had some success in the past for years at this point. One of them will make the top 8 at the final CPT UK Ireland. It's a lot on the line, you know, and we talked as well about the fact that there are there's $5,000 on the line even for the top 4. So it's not like there's nothing monetarily to gain here either. In the meantime, please check out compete.playstation.com. We have been talking about this. It's got a lot of cool things, a lot of cool resources, a lot of cool things that you can play in, but we're going to get to the match. It will be Rose, in fact, versus Cammy. Rose!
The teacher instead of the student, huh?
Interesting. I'm into it.
That's definitely what I'm talking about here.
We've seen some interesting characters. We've seen Aura, we've seen Gil, we're seeing Rose now.
That's awesome, bro. V-Skill and V-Trigger 2 Rose as well. Oh, yeah. See, already got 2 orbs out. Man, this is looking good. If you want to jump in on me, go ahead. I got the orbs protecting.
They don't last super long, though, but we'll see. Shax's the slow playing it so far.
Oh, just walking. The intimidation factor. Yeah, you can see Shiv's already looking for an air-to-air. Doesn't want to play that game where you have to guess whether she's going to dive kick or not on the ground. Wow.
That was sick.
Okay, that definitely seems like he's played this matchup before.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, that was a confident fierce press. Oh, and then again, beautiful punishing the drill just outside of range, blocking that and stunning her up afterwards. Go bird watching, fam.
Interesting. Yeah, what recovered in time.
This dude Shivs, he's definitely looking like this might be especially for the Cammy matchup.
Right,
oh!
no, his fierces are looking good. Looking good.
This is really good from Shivs. Oh, satellite orb. Wait a minute now. This is the great equalizer. As soon as Cammy gets in, every character's the same. Wow, these button presses are so good.
The floatiness after that EX fireball. Oh, here he is. And Shax is in trouble big time.
The legs are getting exposed. You cannot walk back on this girl. No, and yeah, the satellite orb. Yo, Shivs in a very quick fashion taking that first game on the Rose. That was so good. And yeah, I mean, we've seen the matchup knowledge so specific. So many times he's immediately whiff punishing these buttons where she's just outside of range of these block strings. And man, that is super good.
I'm just imagining him at home after having done the V-skill and then seeing, you know, Cammy into trigger, into drill, and him being like, nah. Like,
yeah, exactly.
No. Yeah. Oh, well, look, we have gone back to the lobby.
Yeah. Shax also plays a lot of Laura.
It could be Laura.
It could be. I mean, with the way that one went down, it's like, wow, I didn't really get to play much neutral. He might just want to go with Laura, right, where you can get one knockdown and then hopefully make them guess for the rest of the game.
I mean, also, if you're going to be at distance, maybe you have a chance to get the thunderclap started up to walk behind. Could be. I don't know. I guess we'll see how Rose plays versus that.
Yeah, I think even the EX command throw, like as an option, like when she has the satellite orb out, you know what I mean, to kind of get through the satellite orb as well. So yeah, we could definitely see if the Laura will come out or not. However, the Cammy, I mean, I think she's capable. It just looked like he was a little lost. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely like trying to play his usual game, and it looked like Shivs was exactly ready for that type of Cammy style. So you can adjust and still do it with his character, but the Laura is in the pocket.
Look, if you're unfamiliar with a matchup, why not pick a character where, like, once you get started, the matchup doesn't matter? Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Mhm.
Which I guess maybe is also Cammy, but
Yeah.
but Laura's there too.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's just like, I really think he was frustrated in terms of trying to get started, right? It's just like everything got shut down. So with Laura, he can kind of get in a different headspace at the very least.
Dude, by the way, I love this Ruby Heart outfit and the fact that
Yeah.
it looks like chains. Yeah, it's chains. That's so sick.
Oh, for the scarf,
The scarf is chains,
Oh,
dude. That's
so
so
good.
Looking like Stan 3-4 out there.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Just found his way through the satellite orb that time. Ooh, the air fireball. Not going to happen this time, though. Shaq's finding the stand roundhouse.
So this is exactly what Shax wanted this character for. He's got the corner. He's in here for pressure. And he gets the round. That's exactly what he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do think, like, him, like, not having the dive kick is actually doing wonders for his mental game. Like, he had been focusing a lot on that dive kick and got him killed a couple of times. So I think he's playing it more on the ground. It's not giving Rose what she wants.
Yeah, okay, here's Shax waking up with exactly the right option.
Yes, this is a really smart play from Shaq so far. Yeah, at this point, he still has the EX. So that elbow or the command grab is looming. Right now, just respecting the fact that the satellite orbs are out. Ooh. Beautiful.
Look, and a stolen turn for not quite enough. There it is, the non-committal stuff. Regular grab. And, yeah, again, exactly what Shax was hoping for.
Yeah. And a lot of those EX specials, I think one of the things that really benefits him in this matchup is when he's landing these EX specials, we didn't really see him try to challenge with the EX power arrow or anything with Cammy. But I think with Laura, he's left at a position that he wants more. Right, like Cammy can usually pressure after those EXs or whatnot, but not in the way Laura can in this circumstance. It feels like, at least.
So back to the lobby again. Could be back to Manat.
Yeah, definitely could be back to Manat. We will see. The Rose looked so good up against that Cammy, but it looked like it was for the Cammy. Like that's how like expertly he was playing it.
For sure.
So I could definitely see a switch back to Manat, just to slow it down a little bit. Obviously, Laura. I'm trying to think like on paper how the matchup would play out. I think she's probably gonna have similar issues as Rose in the matchup. If I'm being honest,
once you get knocked down, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but that's everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think
What do we
like.
got? Oh, bringing it back to Laura. Okay. All right. I didn't bring it up because I wasn't sure that was a likely possibility, but. All right, yeah, I mean, look, they both have been playing for a long time with these characters.
Best of one, Laura Mirror for top 8.
Yeah,
that's how we're getting it done. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, our intel from Logan is that Problem played with both of them to try to practice up versus Laura. So they're both very legit.
Let's go. This is the type of fighting games I like. Yes. Keep guessing. Sunset Wheel 1. Oh, yeah, just taking the throw after that, -2. EX Sunset Wheel this time. Oh, thought she'd be flinching. Not going to happen.
Yo, man. Shax. Hoping to see a button shift. Is patient. Here we go. Set up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He knows it.
Yeah, Shax is going to utilize his V reversal. And then again. And that V trigger is gone for Shiv now as well. Great play from Shax. And stuffing the dash. Bruh.
Oh,
Bruh.
hold on. Here we go. X his own.
Shivs is relentless right now. Oh, he punished the V-shift. You're kidding me. Brings it back and puts himself on set point.
That is a tough way to lose the round just before match point. To get red that badly is tough for Shax.
It is. Shax was in such control of that round. Oh, no. And the command grab on response to that elbow. Very smart. Oh, challenges the thunderclap this time. Not for free. Another command throw. Sunset Wheels. Ooh, get off me. Yeah, both players now looking for those.
Backed off. Ooh, sudden slowness.
Indeed. Shax has worked his way into the corner again. Oh, no. Shivs caught flinching this time. And we're going to see a final round. Oh, it's on the way to do so.
Shivs. Okay. Tried to take too much of a risk there, and Shax had the counter. It's match point for both to make top 8.
Oh my goodness, best of one round now in the Laura mirror, and Shax already starting off early. Oh, and then finally switching it up, and the regular throw after. This is huge.
Again, Shivs in trouble. He's been in the corner for most of this game. Here he is, though. He knew exactly what was coming.
Beautiful counter to the thunderclap. Oh, he committed, though.
Into not much.
Yeah, not a big punish from Shax. That's actually so important. And then immediately just a V-reversing him off.
All ready to go. Shax, no resources. He's in trouble.
Oh. You have a little bit of V-trigger still left. Oh, he uses him on the dash in.
Hey. One more. Necessary.
He's blocking
the little
it out.
toe tap would be enough.
Oh, he got hit. Still, though, Shivs has been incredible defense to survive this long. Checks the dash as well. Oh, he got him reaching. Shivs brings him back again to qualify for top 8.
He brought it back from being in the corner twice versus his opponent's Laura. Amazing play right there. That was such a sick game. Oh, my God.
Oh.
They were making some sick reads. Both of them knew exactly in a couple situations what the other one was going to do in like big read ways.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
The EX Sunset Wheel in response to the thunderclap pressure in the corner. Oh, that was beauty. My man Shivs bringing it back, matching his Laura with his own and getting the W. Wow.
The Laura mirror. That was so cool.
Oh, man. All right, phenomenal stuff from Shivs, of course. Let's take a look at that bracket for top 16 and how it's all played out so far. That was awesome. My goodness gracious. Look at that losers bracket. Gunslinger taking it 2-0. He'll be there against Problem X, who went 2 over Broski. 2-1 for Ending Walker, who's going to be facing Shivs, who just took that last spot in spectacular fashion.
Whew. Yeah, there's a look at your loser side of top 16. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a fantastic one, as the rest of the top 16 already was.
Yeah, most definitely. And, of course, you heard it, David, talking about just before that match. You can go to compete.playstation.com, start your journey to become one of the best fighting game players in the world over there, man. Free to enter tournaments. And there's a lot more information to be had, right? You can get analysis and insights into the various video game competitive scenes all over in that PlayStation realm. Again, compete.playstation.com to find out about more tournaments and more Street Fighter V action.
You know, I've had a tough time lately, Renge. It's been a hard week for myself. I got into a car accident while working from home.
Oh, damn.
It was tough.
What?
Yeah, it was tough. My wife left me for my cat.
Oh, okay.
It was a hard time. It was hard. You know what keeps me going, though?
Yeah, something's got to keep you going.
Well, here, let me tell you what keeps me going. That's Street Fighter Duel. The Capcom authorized mobile game, which is available for download in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. Other regions are also coming soon. Keep a lookout for more news on the global release, and get ready to join the journey with millions of players to find out who is the best fighter in the world, regardless of how your week has gone, whether it's been tough, whether it's been a good one. Check out Street Fighter Duel.
Street Fighter Duel will hold you down. Of course, thanks for holding us down here on Capcom Pro Tour, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break before coming back to recap the top 16, preview the top 8, and then wish you would do. Don't go anywhere.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fly, time to fly. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are Street Fighters.
Welcome to the centre of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is incredible. I will become a lawyer. I have to.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
Who are you?
Herlock Sholmes. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Let us engage in the art of deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, what have we here? It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Objection! Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
You're the best lawyer in the world.
And welcome back once again to the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 for the UK Ireland 2nd edition. And we have rounded out our top 8. A beautiful top 16 today, honestly, from top to bottom. Great matches. We saw a ton of characters, cool characters too, that we do not see represented often in these top 16s at high level play. So phenomenal stuff from the entire region. Just want to give props to the UK holding it down as always. We highlighted at the beginning, we've been lighting it up recently all over the world. So it's good to see them representing their own region here in Capcom Pro Tour.
It's definitely one of the strongest countries in Street Fighter V, for sure. And I think you can see that throughout the top 16's talent. Let's get a little recap for you. Talk about what we saw earlier today. Lots of great matches, as you said, just from the very start. I think I was very impressed by Soundboy. I loved how he played. He was looking so strong. Versus Shivs, obviously sending Shivs down. But yeah, I mean, his reactions, and for somebody whose first top 16 this is, I thought he looked incredible.
Yeah, definitely great stuff as well. And for another player that just made top 16 for the first time was One Step Layered, right? He was the one that was like, I'm here just to have fun. And man, did he have all types of fun over Gunslinger, just really dominating on the ground with the Karen. moving on 2-0. And, of course, we saw those middle sets, though, very close. That Infectious Ending Walker set going down to the wire. Infectious showing that champion caliber adjustment over the course of the set up against Ending Walker's Ed, really just switching up the game plan to bring up a W. And then Hurricane and Broski also very close, right? Broski just kind of overwhelming him at first with the Oro, doing a great job anti-airing consistently. But Hurricane's offense just proved too potent. He proved too stubborn in certain situations and kept to the game plan, and it paid off. So incredible stuff all the way through the winner side of top 8, or top 16, excuse me.
Definitely, yeah. We'll see those players on the right tomorrow. And then as far as in the loser side, which one of those matchups jumped out to you?
I really like the Jones Problem X. That was definitely the one that I would probably think of at first. But Jokes and Bolt Strike I thought was great as well, right? The Akira up against like the Urian and then the Gil. Like, yeah, a lot of these
really cool.
a lot of these first round matches, I think those two are probably my favorite. But even in the round 2, all of these matches were very good. What about you?
Yeah, I think I would say the same in round 1, and then in round 2, I mean, I think what sticks out to me is the last one.
Yeah.
Shivs versus Shax was so good, especially, for Shivs. I always have big respect for players who have both kind of like the rangy zonery character and then like the super pressure heavy mix-up character on deck. I really enjoy watching that type of player. So shout-outs to Shivs for getting through that in what was a super close, very exciting final game in that lower mirror.
Yeah, I really enjoy seeing that as well, right? Just is a sign of an all-around good fighting game player, like being able to really switch up your style like that, especially in a top 16 caliber match to make top 8 and showing no fear, just going with the Laura mirror to get it as well. That was very impressive stuff. So, of course, that was our top 16. Now our top 8 is looking lethal, I gotta say. Winner semifinal, Soundboy versus Infectious, Cody versus Ken or Zeku. That's going to be a slobber knocker to say the least. And then Hurricane and One Step Player on the other side, or One Step Layered on the other side. And you mentioned it, right? You alluded to it. Hurricane's been talking a lot about that Karen, so we're going to see that matchup tomorrow.
Yeah, he has been saying that he thinks that she's been the best character throughout the lifespan of Street Fighter V, and that maybe she's the best right now. And nobody in this game, as you can see, week after week at the CPT, so many viable characters.
Yep.
And yet, there's like almost half a dozen Karens who have qualified for Capcom Cup. So I think she's pretty good personally as well. But I do think that's a funny matchup. We'll definitely rag on that and see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, as far as Soundboy goes, he continues to look strong with that Cody. I misspoke earlier. I meant to say that One Step Layers was the guy who was in top 16 for the first time, as you mentioned.
Oh, okay.
And his Karen just, I thought, looked so strong, so confident. That's going to be a fun one. But yeah, I mean, all of these in that winner's side, those are all very strong. I think in loser's side, the one I'm watching the most, and I think many people will be, is Problem X. What's his path like on the way through? He, got second place last time, CPT. He hasn't qualified yet as a result. This is somebody who has had the biggest success offline with EVO, with winning Red Bull Kumite not long ago. And yet in this tournament, there he is, 7th place. He's got a long road.
Yeah, and, he's kind of got, like, the region on his back as well, right? Because, like, obviously, Infectious, Hurricane, these are top-level players that have won a lot and represent the region on an international level. But no one has represented England as much as Problem X.
For sure.
Straight up, you know what I mean? He's, like you said, the accolades are too many to list at this point. And I think a lot of people in the region and beyond put their faith in him. That's who they want representing England in Capcom Cup, in the kind of Olympic style that Capcom Cup is with so many regions represented. So that's going to be some additional pressure, but he's a champion. I'm going to predict that he'll thrive under that.
Well, again, long path, exciting path for sure for us as spectators. Tough road for all the players there for sure. They all have a lot of work to do.
Exactly. It's not going to be easy for anybody all the way through, and I can't wait to get it started on Sunday, of course, at the same time, same place as per usual, right here on Capcom Fighters. Going to be starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time, of course, right here. Well, you know what time that is in UK? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Plus 8 or 9 hours, depending on the time of year. 5?
5 p.m.
Okay,
Pacific time. Thank you for the UK. So make sure you guys all get your stuff ready for tomorrow, of course, because, I mean, these matches today were just a taste of the level that we're going to get tomorrow.
All right, everybody. Definitely tune in for that. We'll see you. Have a good night.